Very good afternoon and welcome to a sun-kissed Darley Park ahead of this healthy rival, albeit another edition of It's the Devils who host Melton. Both sides coming off the back of losses in round 6. Of course, the Devils led Sunbury by 21 points at three-quarter time, but were overran with minus 18 inside 50s in that final term, and were overrun by Sunbury. And of course, Melton, well, they had some woes of their own late in their game at McPherson Park. They led by 14 points before East Point came back and finished with their noses in front. Can't wait for this one. It's a bit of good afternoon to Fridge Freeman, who's with us for the call this afternoon. Good afternoon, Fridge.
Afternoon, Toddy.
Yeah, expected a ripper game. You had a good look at Melton last week. You've seen the Devils a couple of times. And what have you settled on?
Oh, look, it's a flip of the coin game, I think, Todd. It'll be whoever's midfield is stronger on the day and can win the hardball get or the contest. So, like I say, it is flip of the coin, and like it was a mystery that both sides got beat last week when Darley were 23 points or 21 points up at three-quarter time, and with probably 6 or 7 minutes to go, Melton were 13 points on top of East Point. So I think people were shaking their heads. How did they both get beat, Todd?
Well, that just typifies the mortality of both of these sides, as they are essentially the hunted in season 2024. A couple of late changes. Heaney is out of the side for Melton. With loss comes opportunity. Zach Russell into the side. And the Devils, well, Harley Inglis went down with that quad last week, but they do welcome back Brady Wright, who'll provide some structure in the front half for the Devils in the absence of a bona fide ruckman. I expect Billy Myers to assume those duties, and a real roll of the dice and a call up for Lee Spiteri, who's a very dangerous 15 possession player. They're going to roll the dice. The Devils, of course, they've got the bottom three sides and a couple of weekends off to come. So I guess they're all in this afternoon, endeavouring to get a fifth win of the season. They're 4 wins, 2 losses. They sit in third place behind Melton, who are in second. And, of course, high-flying Sunbury are unbeaten at the top. And speaking of the Sunbury Lions, we'll keep you updated with scores around the BFNL this afternoon. North Ballarat host Redan, Melton South B Sabas, East Point are at home to Ballarat off the bye, and the Lakers get another opportunity to measure their improvement up against the unbeaten, all-conquering Sunbury. We'll get a tip from you in those 4 games, Fridge. North Ballarat v Redan.
North Ballarat.
Melton South Sabas.
Sabas the Pole.
East Point Ballarat.
You go East Point.
And Lakers v Sunbury.
Sunbury, clearly.
So we are, in fact, bringing you this afternoon via the Red Onion Vision and the BFNL Match Centre, the match of the round. It shapes as the one on paper. Let's hope it can deliver over the next couple of hours as we bid a warm welcome to all the viewers right around the country and the world. We've had some people streaming in from OS, and a special mention to Frank Myers, the father of Billy, who's tuning in via Kings Bay up in the Northern Territory. So he'll have his eye on one Billy Myers, the number 10 for the Devils this afternoon, who was relatively quiet last week by his standards against Sunbury, and an important cog for the Devils today, taking down Melton, given his influence in their 3 wins over the Bloods last year. Fridge?
Yeah, no, look, Billy's a quality player, Todd, and he's probably being robbed by playing him in the ruck because he's not your typical ruckman. So, he's a better forward, but he has been doing a great job in the ruck for them, and he comes up against a man-made mountain in Jonathan O'Brien today. So, he'll probably get him in for strength, but I'd say Billy would get him around the ground.
Yeah, both sides, as you can see via the vision, assuming their positions. Melton will kick to the back of smash end or right of screen in this opening term. And the Devils, well, they've been very impressive in opening quarters this year. Interesting that against, potential top 5 opposition, Melton with their 2 meets against East Point and North Ballarat have just won 3 of those 8 quarters and at McPherson Park. So, again, another representation of their mortality, but they'll look to bounce back under impressive new coach Troy Scoble, whose knowledge of the Darley side almost rivals the knowledge of his own group.
Oh, look, he's got great respect for Darley. He's identified how good a side they are and how well balanced they are across the ground. So, you know, Todd, he comes with great respect to the Devils. And, look, they've played 4 consecutive challenging games, Melton. And McPherson Park is where they perform at their best. So it might be the factor today that Darley Park might come into the factor of the Devils getting over the Bloods.
Well, whoever you support today, buckle up, enjoy the journey. We're not far off a start here in BFNL match of the round action by the Red Onion Vision. In the BFNL match centre, there's the ball up, tap one by O'Brien. Important clearance here to get play underway. O'Brien, quick hand pass, got it towards Hickey. Dribbling kick was marked, well, in the end, by Sullivan, who wasted no time, who went forward, forced it to the back, took a nice overhead mark. Take a look into the middle of the ground. Luther Baker might have copped an early one. Keep an eye on that. So Bewley gets his first possession. By hand to Duncan Cadman. Right foot kick, nervous one at that. Cut off there by Riley Walker, who got it to Hickey. He's had a couple of touches early. Good spoil away from Liam Carter by Lahoure. But the umpires picked out a free kick. It'll go to Carter, who wastes no time. Goes to brother Ryan. Second bite at the cherry. Knocked away there by Matthew Brett. Bewley was strong. Clever knock on there from Duncan Cadman. Got it to Lahoure with a clearing kick. Territory gained because it's going to come back. Riley Walker got it to Hickey. He was dispossessed. It was a good effort at ground level by Joel Cadman. Ball spilled out to Jack Bewley, dribbling kick towards half forward. Loose ball opportunity there for Jack Walker, and they'll link up with a lateral kick. Dangerous one at that, but Cotter was strong overhead and took a nice mark on half back, right in front of Cotter. Baker off for a spell in the opening minutes. We'll keep an eye on that progress. Of course, he did a hamstring in the corresponding fixture in the dying moments, but he's gone down in the early moments of this game as Watkins marks. In the middle of the ground, I waste no time. Comes broadcast side. Ryan Carter the target. Ward and Brett the fly. Loose ball opportunity here. Foot race on in earnest. Myers over the foot. He could have been ridden to the back by Scoble, and he was, said the umpire. And it'll be Billy Myers, much to the chagrin of Scoble. So Myers will go short to Matthew Brett. That right arm's taped up like it's been sewn back on, Fridge, as Matthew Brett will go along the line. Normally good by foot. 2-on-1 aerial contest. Matricati has it knocked away from him, went through the legs of Denham and seen over the line for a boundary throw in by Jacob Hickey. He's had a couple of touches early. Can you pick up anything on Baker through the...
Yeah, I think he might have got a whack in the gob. It looks like they're looking at his teeth area, Todd. So
boundary throw in.
He might have lost one.
It'll be O'Brien and Myers. Myers won that tap. Bewley again. Quick hands got it to Myers, who went to the voice, hoping to find Denham. Couldn't gather cleanly. Pressure was good there from Myers. Umpire says, I'll have it. Millimetres inside the boundary line. So, near 3 minutes gone opening term. No score yet. Tap one by O'Brien. Chance there for Azapati. He has it knocked away from him. There'll be a boundary throw in. 3 minutes gone opening term here. Boundary throw in to take place. It'll be O'Brien and Myers again to assume the ruck duties. Myers did well to push O'Brien under the footy. Kick goes towards half forward. Oh, there's a strong overhead mark taken there by Jack Bewley, and a confidence builder for the youngster. He played on, lowered the eyes and went out wide, and Johnson on the lead, had a bit of it. Umpire called play on. The racehorse ball got hold of the footy, ran away from Matricati. Dribbling ball. Chance here for Kite. He's bailed up, speak of Geordie, by Fawcett. Comes out to Minito, who was clean with the gather and the exit. And by hand to Hickey, back to Minito. He goes lateral to Watkins on half back. He goes short, Watkins, and the kick was okay into the middle of the ground. Right foot kick to half forward. It's been taken there by Hickey, who started well. arguably the leading possession winner on the ground. Geordie Kite, that was Braden Kite, the fly. Unrealistic, said the umpire.
He interfered with Myers all over the top of him, Todd.
So it's Billy Myers, who started lively for the Devils. And the two number 10s featuring Sweekum, Jake and Hickey. And the kicker in Myers, got it the half back. Thumped away there by Mawson to the safety of the boundary line. There'll be a boundary throw in to take place. Still no score. Both sides feeling each other out. 4.5 minutes gone here. Be a throw in. Gee, they're ambitious. Myers and O'Brien, they started from a mile back. No surprise to see either of them have any impact on that throw-in. Hickey again, got it to Cotter, sold the candy to Matt Riccardi, and then swung back onto the right boot. One-on-one, Ryan Carter and Brett. Well, Carter did well and lowered the eyes, and the kick was good and found Braden Kite on the lead. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here. A chance to open scoring here at Darley Park. Tick over 5 minutes gone, no score either side.
Good contest between Brett and Carter there, Todd, and just there was a bit of a 50-50 there, and ball fell over the back, and Carter was able to run on it and hit Kite up with a nice kick.
No real breeze to speak of. He can score at either ends this afternoon, and Kite, who kicks a goal with every third possession, just gave Mitch Ward one for his trouble on the way past. Just caught Mitch a little bit relaxed there, and Kite gets his first, and the first of the afternoon. Melton a 1-goal straight, 6. They lead Darley, no score.
Interesting matchup. Todd Bewley's Walker's gone to Bewley. Ankram's on Kite, and Brett is on Ryan Carter, and Lachlan Phillips is on Brady Wright.
So Mitch Ward a bit sluggish getting back to broadcast centre wing. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him as he was, we'll call it, checked.
Baker preparing to come back on, so all looks well. It's either his teeth or his nose, Todd, where he was copying the attention.
Well, they'll need every bit of Luther Bacon this afternoon to overcome the mind of the Bloods at the restart. Tap one by O'Brien. Follow-up work was good, though, from Myers. Got it to Ward. Loose hand pass. Got it to Denham. He was dispossessed. Ball at ground level. Bit of a stacks on the mill. There'll be a ball up. Attacking side of centre wing. Broadcast side for the Devils. And trailed by a goal. On the back of that Braden Kite finish. Bewley. Over Walker on that occasion. Half the contest. So at the restart, it'll be O'Brien and Myers. The tap. Well, clean bowled Ward, and Adam Azzopardi might have caught one high. The umpire agreed. So he was best on ground, voted by the Bloods at their first meet last year at Mackie Park, and the kick short and okay, and found Bishop. So he wastes no time and goes with the right boot towards Jack Bewley, who started well. His attack on the footy was terrific. Loose ball opportunity, swarm of players around to raffle it. Adam Azzopardi kept running, got ball to boot. Went wide towards Spiteri, able to sit for him. He might have caught one high. Umpire let it go. And he's pinged him for holding the ball. So just a loosening up of the arms there for the central umpire. As they went short to Borg, who went inboard to Hickey. So arguably Melton's leading possession winner on the ground at this stage. Averages the best part of 27 disposals a game. He went back to Cotter, who again concedes ground to Riley Walker with a 45. Went wide. 2-on-1 here. The Devils did well through Ward, who sends the ball in the Cadman direction. Had it knocked away from him by Mawson. There'll be a boundary throw in. Melton 1-goal straight, 6 lead Darley, no score. BFNL match of the round. Round 7 action here at Darley Park. Perfect conditions for football. Arm wrestle of sorts prevailing. Well, O'Brien tried to grab it out of the ruck and then accidentally copped his own teammate high. And there'll be a ball up. Darley's half-forward line. Tap, well, we'll give that to O'Brien again. Hickey couldn't gather. And it's socket away from him. Chance here for the youngster there in Russell. Second effort okay, just threw the ball onto the boot. Went in the Ryan Carter direction. Brett was strong, needs support, and got it through Azapati, who got it to Baker, back onto the ground. Quick hands, Ward. Could have been held without an umpire call. Play on, Baker again. Pressure was good from the Bloods. Yeah, just letting Luther know they've come to play.
Yeah, just noticed that, Toddy. They're right up in the faces of the Devils. As soon as they grab the footy, they're there to contest.
Ball up. Tap one by Myers, went boundary side. Hickey the pursuant, and it knocked away from him by Baker. Hand pass meant for Andy Azapati, but he got another one, Baker, as it fell back into his breadbasket. Got into Adam Azapati, went forward in the right direction. Players set themselves. Guess who? Cotter. Ran across the front of the pack and took a nice overhead mark. Getting back to lend assistance as they combine through Riley Walker, who got it to Mawson on the outer side of the ground as they endeavour to stretch the Devils on the spread. But Mawson will go short with the chip and found Max Scoble. And he goes short again to Riley Walker. So they're known for their uncontested marking, the Bloods. Riley Walker switches play to broadcast side to an unmarked Billy Sullivan. Went with the right foot, stabbed at it. Chance here for Hickey, kept his feet, went in board by hand. Opportunity here for the Bloods, deep into attack. Kite's got it! Terrific mark, just outpointed Ankrum on that occasion. And the X Factor, the Powerball, number 7. Braden Kite will go back and have a shot on goal for goal number 2.
It was terrific use of the body, Todd. He just had Ankrum beat every step of the way in that contest.
So it'll be Braden Kite to add to his tally here. Shouldn't miss from here. Kicks on its way.
Got it.
Makes no mistake. Cream rises to the top on big days, and Kite's got 2 at Darley Park. Tick over 11 minutes gone opening term.
It's like you say, Todd, they uncontested possession, they get it in their back half and they just look for someone that becomes a loose man, and then they either go lateral, and then they've always got someone hitting up from their half forward, and then they keep, I noticed Kite before, keeping everybody out of the inside 50, so that they like to play with plenty of space in their forward line.
And the work rate of the Bloods can't be questioned. Good to see Cotter getting back and defending, denying the Devils with that rare forward 50 entry, if I must say. It's been predominantly the Bloods this afternoon. They lead by 12 points. Tick under 12 minutes gone at the restart. It'll be Johnson and O'Brien. O'Brien won that tap. Geordie Kite, left foot kick across the body towards half forward. Tack on the footy was good. Quick hands from Brodie Ward. Got it to Johnson, and the kick was good, and found Joel Cadman, who can run on if he likes, because nobody manned the mark, and he obliges. He just needs to weigh up the options, and he went wide. Kick was okay to Spiteri, who conceded ground to Andy Azapati, and the kick was terrible. No pressure. Cut off there by Suter. When you're playing against the Bloods, you can't be doing that kind of stuff, as Suter went short to Cotter. And here they go again. Lateral towards Walker, who went with the right boot. Plenty on the kick. Pressure at the back was good from Lahoure. Gave away a free kick to Jack Walker, who had courage in front of the footy. Played on, went by hand to Riley Walker, who kept running. He started well. He's had plenty of uncontested ball. Borg at the back.
Good use.
Just outpointed Ward. Went in board by hand.
He's paid a free kick here.
It's going to go to Kite for a hold against Ankrum, and Kite's going to have 3 opening quarter goals, as he'll have a shot from point blank range. I was trying to work out what was happening, where the ball was, but that was validated, because that was all happening deep in Melton's forward line.
That's right.
So Kite for goal number 3, the only 3 goals of the afternoon. Kicks on its way straight over the goal umpire's hat. What a start for the Bloods. And what a start for Braden Kite here. He has the only 3 goals of the game. And Melton lead by 18 points here at Darley Park. Of course, the Devils endeavouring to make it 12 on the trot here. And they've got some ground to make up.
Got a bit of work to do, Todd, and especially at the contest. They've got to work. Their work rate's got to be a little bit harder at the contest, and they're just allowing Melton to just get too many easy ball.
Well, Andy Azapati's no pressure kick, the turnover,
Yeah, well,
has resulted essentially in a goal, albeit on the back of Jake Ankeram's indiscretion. Didn't really get to see that live.
No.
Trust the umpire's judgment. But it's the Bloods here who lead. We'll get some scores from around the ground for you in a moment. We look forward to seeing the response of the Devils midfield, namely Bewley, Baker, Denham and Johnson. Because at the moment, between the arcs, on the back of Darley turnover and the retention or the ability for Melton to hang on to the footy, they've been exposed here, the reigning premiers. So we'll go around the grounds and get an update score for you. East Point 117, lead Ballarat 1 goal straight 6. Lake Windaree 1 goal straight 6, trail Sunbury 4-3-27. North Ballarat 1-3-9, lead Redan no score. And surprise, surprise, they're asleep at the wheel at Melton Rec Reserve.
yeah, well.
No score registered at this stage. Well, this little break in play as they
Retrieve
the footy. Might be just what the Devils needed, just a chance to take a breath and reset, as Brett Bewley's found himself off the ground at the moment. They'll need a response from the reigning Jewel Henderson medalist, the Devils premiership captain. At the restart, it'll be Johnson and O'Brien. Tap one by O'Brien. Loose ball opportunity here for Jack Walker. Had it stolen away from him by Johnson, who went by hand. Hurried kick out of the congestion for the Bloods. Got towards half forward. Now force it against Sullivan. Was tackled, taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it, there'll be a ball up. So not a real fiery start by any stretch in these early stages. Fridge, tap one by O'Brien, only as far as Andy Azzopardi, didn't look, and he's found Suter again on back-to-back occasions. So Suter goes towards half forward to an unmarked O'Brien. Danger signs for the Devils here. So Ryan Carter presents, but he'll go the long option, and why wouldn't he go to Kite? Andy Azzopardi didn't impact body or ball. Kick over the top by Ball. He might have put it through for an early goal of the day candidate. And he has. The dangerous ball hits the scoreboard. And Melton reward for being in the right place at the right time. And Andy Azzopardi coming off with a bit of discomfort in that right arm. But no body or ball from Azzopardi, and ball hit the deck, turnover goal.
Well, that's how much attention Kite's getting. There's four going up and nobody staying down, and Ball just sat at the back of the pack, and he just snapped it straight over his shoulder, Todd. Too easy.
Can the Devils respond? Farrugia into the ruck, won the tap. Shark there by Myers, who got it to Ward, who got the overlap. And found Joel Cadman. Will go into the pocket. Kick meant for Andy Azzopardi. Tackle on Suter was okay. Ping, said the umpire. Gee, he didn't have much opportunity there, Suter. Now, can Andy Azzopardi make up for he's making it look difficult, so he played on and got it to Ward, who went inboard by hand. Well, he just had to get rid of it in the end. The tackle from Spiteri on Mawson was good, but sloppy, proppy play from the Devils. They're under the pump here at Darley Park. They trail by 24 points. They haven't scored.
Just making fundamental errors, Todd, you know.
Tap one by Johnson. Denham had to get it on the second attempt, but he was dispossessed, and Mawson's attempt to exit was smothered. Chance here for Mitch Ward with a squaring kick. And again, it's the Bloods. Through the agency of Suter again. So he's had the better of Andy Azzopardi, but Andy's given him a bit of a chop out. He's actually kicked the ball to him a couple of times. He goes short. And they negotiate out of defence. Chance here for Phillips to go along the line. Kick was poor. Been cut off by Jack Bewley. So he's made the most of his opportunities to date. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Spall on the ball was good from Johnson. Loose ball opportunity. Matricardi. He's got 3 to beat. It was too easy for the Bloods to extricate through Minito. Thankfully, he had, well, for the Devils, He had more time than he thought and just bombed it forward and found Myers, who can switch play to Ankrum. Kicked it to the wrong side of Ward, opened the door for Billy Sullivan. Ankrum, Joel Cadman presented. He had it knocked away from him. Chance here for Joel Cadman again. Outnumbered again, the Devils. Walker with ball in hand. Speak of Lachlan, he'll go along the line. Liam Carter unmarked here. Cadman was terrific. Speak of Duncan, but he's got an outnumber again. Ferrugia will be the beneficiary. Tried to bounce the footy. Chance for Rungy. Pushed in the back any day of the week. Free kick against the Bloods. And a let off there for the Devils. Under the pump is an understatement, Fridge, but they haven't done themselves any favours.
No, they're just making mistakes, by hand and foot, Todd. They're just turning over the footy over all the time.
High up and under kick to a 2-on-1, and Cotter just cruised across and took an overhead. It was all too easy again. So it'll be Cotter towards the attacking 50 now. The Devils have got a 2-on-1 here. Somehow Carter got a bit of it. Chance to Rungy fired the hand pass out to Myers, who got it over towards Crawford, and the kick was good to Baker. Now, can he do something with it? He can. He did well and found Andy Azzopardi, who wheeled onto the right boot. He kicked it forward to an open forward line. Johnson got a bad bounce and set up for Joel Cadman on the left boot across the body. Was left and always left. And Darley get their opening score, albeit a behind. It took them the best part of 20 minutes to register. One behind Darley. Trail Melton, 4 goals straight, 24.
Yeah, look, the Bloods have really come to play here, Todd, and the Devils want to wake up and start a bit more pressure around the contest.
Devils look like they're running around on corner of a tank. So Ryan Carter got it to Watkins, who went to outer centre wing. Pressure was good from Fawcett on Geordie Kite. Here come the reinforcements, though, for the Bloods through Jack Walker. Right boot was okay, and they're away here. Chance for Sullivan, who can chip it over the top. Kite again. Out in front of Ankrum, took a nice overhead mark. Myers couldn't impact the contest. It'll be Kite again. He'll go back and have a shot on goal for number 4.
Wasn't it as if they weren't going to give him a hand there in Ankrum, because Billy got back there, but the kick was just too good, Todd.
So Braden Kite with ball in hand. Stunning start to the Bloods on the road. Kick across the body. Kite's got 4 here, if you don't mind, at Darley Park. The Bloods have got 5 unanswered goals in this first term. They're 5 straight 30. They lead Darley 1 behind.
You can just see every time they get the footy, they just want to quickly play on. There's no stopping, looking and starting. They just play on at all costs, and they want the game to be quick, Todd.
Well, like I said, Darley running around with a flat tyre.
Yeah, they don't look like they're...
There's no spare or a jack in the boot.
Look, it's not as if they're not interested, but they've just got to get their hands on the footy.
Ball up, tap one by, we'll give that one to Myers. Hickey, tackle the footy was okay. Knocked at the advantage of Borg. Foot race on in earnest. You'd back him in most times. He just needs the ball to sit for him. Look at his application towards the footy, even though the boundary line beat him. There'll be a throw in on half back for the Devils broadcast side. Melton 5 straight 30. Darley 1 behind. Braden Kite 4 goals. Boundary throw in. Until he got to hit Baker on the head this. So O'Brien went the soccer. Bewley could have been pushed. Umpire let it go. Davis couldn't gather. There'll be a throw in on half forward. Broadcast side for the Bloods. So I wouldn't say it's been a clinic. They've been aided by the Devils' frailties. But they've been rewarded for efficiency and work rate. That's been the difference. So Ward, gang tackle.
Well, there's 2 or 3 going up the one bloke.
Yeah. Get over there and help. Get over there. And
it's just not enough.
Bit of body presence from the Devils.
Not enough cheaps out there at the moment, Todd, for them.
So it'll be Myers and O'Brien. Tap one by O'Brien, only as far as Denham. Now, can they negotiate? They can through Azzopardi. Got it to Baker, wasn't ready for it. Then he was tackled, taken to the ground by O'Brien. Turnover opportunity. Davis threw it away. He even conceded that was dropping the ball, Davis, but the umpire didn't blow the whistle. Chance for Baker running boundary side, corralled. Pressure was good there from Hickey. That's holding the ball. Good decision, umpire. Against Baker. So it'll be Jacob Hickey with ball in hand. Through centre wing. Broadcast side here. So he'll look to go along the line to half forward. Carter the target. Well done there by Wright, who's pushed back to half back. Take a nice confidence building overhead mark. is an important cog, this young fella, in the Devils' wheelhouse as he goes to half forward to a 2-on-1. Numbers prevail again through Watkins on this occasion. Gee, they're very organised and they're queuing up again here. And they're away through Minito. He got it to Cotter, who ran through the middle of the ground. Right foot kick to half forward. Ball got on the end of it in front of Ankrum and went into the pocket, went over the head of Kite. Bouncing ball, how will it sit for Breville? It does in the end. Standing start. Ward had to be strong overhead. Had it knocked away from him by Borg to the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a boundary throw in. So as soon as the Devils come up for air, they're just being dunked back under the water by the Bloods.
Yeah, no, that's for sure, Todd. And they're just giving him absolutely no breathing space whatsoever.
Melton lead by 29 points, and they're in attack again. O'Brien with the tap, went through the hands of Azapati, who wasn't clean. Loose ball get. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against the Bloods, and it's going to go to Denham. So Denham. Baker wants it short. But Denham goes wide to centre wing. Sharkwell there by Lahoure, read it beautifully. Now he's just looking for an option and then coughed it up at the end of Hickey. They're off here, the Devils. Hand pass to Connor. This is circle work stuff. Who just went wide to Borg. Short kick it in the middle of the ground to Davis. Onto the left boot. Kite the target. Couldn't take the mark. Over the back. Here's an opportunity here. Kick across the body. It's not a bad effort from Geordie Kite. Thought it was a goal. But off to the right through for a minor score.
So they've made the change of Ankrum off Kite, and Dan Jordan's given the job to Jason Fawcett, youngster. So yeah, he'll commit and he'll create a contest with him and go with him, that's for sure.
So it'll be Geordie Kite's shout after the game, after that first blemish for the Bloods. They were just going along nicely, and he tried to encourage the goal umpire into a two-finger salute, but just got the one.
Well, you just seen that passage of play before when Zane Lahoure picked up that footy and was going to go inside 50 and just...
Where's the runner?
Nothing. No support. No support.
Matthew Brett to bring the ball back into play. Had Cadman short, broadcast side, but elects to go long to the outer side. Rights the target, sets himself, got plenty of it, purely sharked it. Hand pass meant for Baker, but they've got an outnumber here, the Bloods. Lahoure can cut off that entry, albeit a shallow one at that. Now Andy has the party. Hasn't had his best opening term of the season, but takes the mark cleanly and plays on. That's a good kick. Found Johnson, who was unmarked. Got away from Carter, but they're looking to present the Devils. They go in towards centre wing, broadcast side. Runge with ball in hand. So he just sits it up here. Adam has the party presented, didn't impact the contest. Chance here for Bewley. He just needs to gather. He had more time than he thought. A bit of communication would come in handy for the captain. Watkins gathered the footy, was tackled, taken the ground. The ball spills free over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Jordan's tried to make a few changes. I think he's put right into the ruck and thrown Myers forward. So, yeah, he's starting to shift the magnets around, Todd.
27 minutes gone opening term. Melton 31, Darley 1 point. Shallow entry here for the Devils. Boundary throw-in. Johnson and O'Brien. Well, O'Brien grabbed it out of the ruck and threw the ball onto the boot and sent it back boundary side. And the umpire, well, that would have been deliberate at the high level, but it's a rarity you get the deliberate at the local level, Fridge.
Well, they say because of the skill level, Todd.
Well, insufficient intent, yep. Fair enough. So boundary throw-in here. 9 minutes, opening term. Grabbed out of the ruck by O'Brien. That was predictable. Got it to Suter. Loose ball get off that ground there by Bewley. Tackle was good from Suter, and they're away here. The Bloods. Sue Watkins, tumbling kick in the Ferrugia direction, went through his hands there. Myers was strong. Broke the tackle of Carter. Not for a second time, though. He was dispossessed and pinged for holding the ball.
He knew Billy straight away.
So Carter, speaking of Brian, will send the Bloods into attack. Well, he can go short to Davis. He marks in front of Denham. And he'll go with the left boot. High up and under kick. Look out, who's here? Off the hands of Ferrugia. Geordie Kite won't miss from here. At the back, picks up the crowd, runs into an open goal. Well, that's all too easy. The Bloods get goal number 6.
Well, you could see it a mile away that was going to happen, Todd.
Yep.
Because they all just converged on the contest, and once again, nobody stayed down. The focus was on everyone attacking the footy, and nobody just staying down. And result comes over the back. Kite sitting there and said, thank you very much.
Yeah, the last 2 quarters for the Devils, albeit the last quarter at the Clark Oval, they conceded 6, and they've conceded 6 in the opening term at home here. Concerns for the Devils. Tap one by O'Brien. But for the Bloods, it's all up and about kind of stuff. Bewley wanted a hold, but was denied by the umpire. And he'll be pinged for holding the ball. Well, a bit stiff there, the reigning dual Henderson medalist. Left foot kick from Davis goes in the Farrugia direction. Staying down there was Billy Sullivan. Well, Adam Azzopardi ran past the footy. Runge was tackled, taken to the ground by Farrugia. And there'll be a ball up 65 metres away from the Melton goal. They lead by 36 points. Can you believe it? That's right, 6-1 Melton. Braden Kite's got 4. Tap one by O'Brien to Walker. Speaking of Jack, bailed up there by Denham. That's the first 2-on-1 tackle we've seen in the opening term from the Devils. It's just been all Melton. Ball up. Tap one by Wright. But Melton have got numbers through Sullivan, who nearly gathered that over the fence. That's how comfortably over the line he was. So it'll rightfully come back for a boundary throw-in on half forward. So Lockton Walker with the job on Bewley, on Brett. There's the throw-in. Speak of the Devil, Bewley.
He has no opportunity whatsoever. Can't get any space whatsoever, Bewley.
A bit of a chop out from his fellow mids to be handy.
1% of someone, placing a block would help.
Baker's gather was good. Got it to Bewley. Tumbling kick onto the left boot. Chance here for Watkins, who went by hand to Billy Sullivan. Had more time than he thought. Went high with an up and under. Myers had to wait an eternity under it. Got the protection from Brett. That was well done by 2 of the more experienced Darley combatants as Myers went along the line towards Baker. Sullivan didn't take the mark, so Baker's got time to measure the kick, and it was good, and found Adam Azzopardi, who got it to Brett. Now, can they get something going? They try and get the overlap through Denham. Want to get on the left foot. You want to be quick, you're gone. Gee, we saw it from here, Fridge, and Jack Walker just ran down Denham, who sort of telegraphed that move back into the left side.
Yeah, Todd, because there was no one presenting forward. They were all waiting, and all he could see was a maroon jumper.
So Brett's foil on Carter was good, and Bewley gathered. How about that? Pinpoint, left foot kick. Found Joel Cadman. The kick was okay. Found Adam Azzopardi, who found Bishop, but just as they combined for, retaining the football for 3 kicks in a row, the siren sounds to end a dominant Bloods opening term here in the BFNL's match of the round via the Red Onion Vision. It's the Bloods, 6-1-37, who lead Darley 1 point. The goal kickers for Melton. Fridge, you've got those.
Well, forward to Braden Kite, I should say, and singles to Jordan Kite and Kyle Ball.
Yeah, I reckon the flat tyre was a pretty close analogy describing the Devils' output in that opening term. Melton really have come to play, and they've made their job easier on the back of work rate and outnumber and higher efficiency with their execution of the fundamentals, Fridge.
JJ, they look disinterested, the Devils. If you had said that they wouldn't have kicked a goal in the first quarter, they'd have put you in a straitjacket. But, they're just, there's no contest, there's no pressure at the footy. Every time they do get the footy, they either fumble or go the wrong option. Their forwards are not presenting. Melton are doing a good job. Their defenders have been terrific. And all they want to do is just play fast footy.
Well, there's 2 options here for Darley. They can either get involved, or if they go with the other option, which is
Well, they won't roll over, that's for sure, Todd.
No, but they've just got to find a way, and maybe this time out here at quarter time for Jordan at the reset will add something.
And that's the key word. They've got to find a way now.
And Jordan can. He's found a way at his last 3 efforts against the Bloods, but all honours with Melton. They lead at quarter time by 36 points, 6-1-37. Darley 1 behind. We'll take a break and back with the second quarter action in about 6 minutes' time.
League top 5, round 6. Coming in at number 1, it's Bailey Medwell here from Sebastopol.
Now, can the Borough make something of this? Gee, the kick had more of it than anybody thought. Nobody touched it. Bouncing ball, and it's gone through for a goal.
And it's time for number 2, Thomas Werner here from Sunbury. Some brilliant work in congestion over the head, and he kicks that one to get Sunbury back in front late in the game. Number 3, it's then Nash from North Ballarat.
Finally gathers, got around Phillips, outside of the right boot, too easy. Nash has got 4 at Mars Stadium.
Coming in at number 4, Will comes into the pocket. He runs out of room here. He's got no room at all. Just walks the tightrope. He goes check side and finishes for a lovely goal. Adam Forbes here from Sebastopol.
Play on chance here for Forbes. Don't tell me! Goal of the day, I'm going to call it! Forbes, something out of nothing is an understatement.
I'm thinking about it because
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the second quarter action here. Well, the first quarter just belonged to the Bloods. Braden Kite with 4 goals. Kyle Borg and Geordie Kite with a goal apiece. Darley just the one behind through Joel Cabin. Big cheerio going out to Leonard Jockwright and Shane and Brett Stone up there in sunny Queensland. We've got the sun overhead here, but it's not working. It's merely providing light. And can the Devils find some light with right into the ruck? Timely addition into the ruck. Now Baker, after the restart, gathered the footy with a bit more intent. This first goal of this second term, all important, Fridge.
Vital.
Ball up, hit that tat to O'Brien. Now there's Bewley with the hunt on the ball. The tackle was good from Walker. Held to him. Gee, that was strong by Walker because Bewley was menacing with that ball gather. His momentum through the footy. Tap one by O'Brien. Chance here for Bewley again. Dropped the footy, pinged by the umpire.
Starting it frustrated, Brett.
Yeah,
And,
he just needs a bit of a chop out.
Yeah,
I mean, his gather was terrific, but just not going his way at the moment. Short kick, found Lachlan Walker. There's some intent, though, from Bewley and Baker, which I liked in the opening minutes. So Hickey just wax on, wax off with Watkins, who marks the defensive side of centre wing. Squaring ball and found Carter, who played on with Manito. Normally good by foot, went through the hands of Kite. Scramble opportunity. Ward needs to be clean. He gathered, was tackled, taken to the ground by Borg. And the umpire will come in and effect a ball up.
You can see what they're doing. As soon as they get the footy, they look for that option to give the handball off. Darley got to be a bit more awake to that and be running with those blokes that they're run-on type players, Todd.
Tap one by Carter through the hands of Brodie Ward. Bewley in there, got it to right, touch of the fumbles. Knocked it out in the direction of Brett, who went searching by hand to Denham, who ran out of space. Ran over the line for a boundary throw-in. 35 metres around from the Melton goal. They had all 6 goals of the game. Braden Kite has 4 of those in a stunning opener. Ball in. Tap one by Ryan Carter. Fawcett did well. Elusive. Got the hand pass over to Baker. Tumbling kick was good. Umpire called play on. Joel Cadman's hand pass was good towards Adam Azzopardi. Right foot kick, well to space rather than anything else. Cotter got the gather. Got it to Minito, who's got some toe. Things just not going right for the Devils as that ricocheted off a boot and went over the line out of bounds on the full.
Well, that kick, it just went to nothing. This was a hopeful kick to land in between 2 Darley players, Todd.
Yep, and that's been the big difference between the two sides. Just the field kicking and the outnumber. As Manito goes long inside 50. Waiting at the back there was Andy Azzopardi, who can switch play to Bewley. He'll want to get back onto his left side and go in the Myers direction. He's got Phillips to beat. He's got front spot. Myers was strong. Phillips was up to the task, though, and thumped the ball to the safety of the boundary line. Did the discipline thing.
Very good defender, Phillips. Don't make many mistakes, Todd.
We'll keep you updated shortly with the scores from around the grounds. There's the throw-in. O'Brien's been clever in the ruck, industrious. Got it to Hickey, who found Walker. Sullivan was tackled, taken to the ground there by Bewley. Bewley just letting him know that he's not in Devils colours this year, Billy Sullivan. Of course, the former Panther, Devil, now Blood. Loose ball get. Brett might have caught one high. Umpire agreed. So he's been okay. Duncan Cadman, in fact. So Duncan Cadman with ball in hand. So he'll go into the Myers direction. Kick's not bad. Phillips has got the sit at the back, but Myers was strong overhead. Took a nice mark, but Melton will be happy with Myers marking the ball on centre wing as he sends the ball into attack. Joel Cadman the target. Manito was strong in front. So they had one in front, one at the back, and the target, the Devil, was stuck in the middle with you. So the Steelers wheel, Adrian Manito will wheel and go, and took a bounce. He's got time to weigh up the options and goes with the right kick to the defensive 50. So Jack Walker is up on his bike with a right foot kick to outer centre wing. Good stretch. Zane Lahoure, much improved player. Goes into the middle to Baker, who's starting to accumulate. Averages 26 disposals a game this year. How's the kick? Well, it went over the head of Bishop. Loose ball, Cotter couldn't gather. Chance for Adam Azzopardi. Quick hands to Myers. Got it to Ankrum. Right foot kick to the teeth of goal. He's got the journey and the response, albeit one of 6 the Devils need. And they hit the scoreboard here at Darley Park.
Yeah, good passage of play, and the best passage of play for the afternoon, Todd, and which has resulted in a goal. And you're just working in numbers. You get numbers around the footy, get support, give yourselves a chance.
So Jordan throwing the magnets around.
Yeah.
Ankrum having an impact in the front half. So he's got some reward for his creativity.
Well, Johnson going through the ruck as well. Their mids are just got to be better. That's all.
At the restart, it'll be right against O'Brien. Loose ball get Baker. Been okay in this second term. Arguably Darley, terrific extricate by hand. Got it to Dedham. Left foot kick goes in the Johnson direction. How will it suit for him? He's got Mawson at the back. Not before he can gather though. Quick hands to Adam Azapati. Hurried
Good
kick.
vision.
Baker pushed forward and took a mark on the chest. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal. Gee, he must be running on adrenaline at the moment, Baker. He's covered some ground. And this will test him. I know it's within his range, but the fatigue in the legs after those second and third efforts, especially in the opening 6 minutes of this quarter, it'll take his best. Not a noted midfield goal kicker,
No.
Baker, but he kicked one last week against Sunbury and needs one here. Kicks on its way. It'll go across the face of goal. Miss all and sundry out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, at least the positive is they've won the 2 centre clearances, Todd.
Right foot kick, dangerous one at that. Went over the head of Hickey. Chance of Bewley, bailed up there by Walker. Managed to get a quick hand pass to Ankrum. Found Adam Azapati. Short tick's okay. Mark's been taken there by Jack Bewley. So, probably about 5 metres further out than the Luther Baker kick. So he wastes no time, gets onto the right boot, sends the ball toward goal. And the Devils have got back-to-back goals here at Darley Park. Jack Bewley and Ankrum hit the scoreboard here in this second term. Turn the kettle on. Crack a can. We've got something going on here.
Well, they've had a domination of the first 7 minutes, Todd, so better 7 minutes than they've had in that first quarter.
Yeah, they were... yeah, well, maybe they did find a jack and a spare tyre in that quarter-time huddle. There's a few tradies getting around here at Darley these days.
Yeah, no, I think they found something more than the jack and the spare tyre, Todd.
24-point ball game. Tap one by Wright. Davis pushed Adam Azapati into the contest and did well, was the beneficiary. The follow-up work from Bewley was good. Speak of Jack, got it to the advantage of brother Brett. Left foot kick inside 50. Walker presented. Read it well off the boot and took an uncontested mark in the end. It's almost like he was the lead-up forward target there. It hit him laces out. So Riley Walker will go to the outer side. Had a very good opening term, but he wasn't alone there in the Bloods Brigade. Farrugia with a juggled attempt at the mark, wanted it, denied by the umpire. And he'll come in and effect a ball up.
Scores around the ground: East Point 30, Ballarat 12, Lakers 6, Sunbury 27, North Ballarat 29, Redan 3, and Melton South and Sebastopol. I don't think anybody's there.
Chance here for Hickey. Got the ball, speaking of Jacob Hickey, got it towards half forward. Watkins got the support through Farrugia. Did he manage to keep it in? It's a big high up and under kick. And Brodie Ward, juggling contempt at the mark, was over the boundary line, so he'll take the resultant free kick. Oh no, he was out of bounds as he kicked there, was Farrugia. There'll be a boundary throw in. On half forward for the Bloods, out of sight of the ground. There's the throw in. It'll be Wright and O'Brien. Tap one by O'Brien to the advantage of Hickey. He's got time to gather. Concede by hand to Borg. Right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50. Excellent ball there from Lahure. Been good. Jack Bewley was waiting at ground level. He was tackled, taken to the ground. Close up against the boundary line. 3 blokes in a phone box. And the phone rang. And it was the umpire. He said, I'll have it. This is for me.
I like it, Todd.
Stick with us via the Red Onion Vision. BFNL match setter, Baker. Had his arm pinged. Bewley up and under kick. Went about a metre. Ground ball opportunity here for Baker again. He's ushered over the line by the youngster Russell. There'll be a boundary throw. And of course, Heaney laid out. And Zach Russell, the beneficiary of that promotion, that opportunity. So boundary throw in. Devils endeavouring to deny the Bloods again. Chance here for O'Brien, who got it to Sullivan, who was tackled and taken to the ground. And there'll be a ball up. Gee, there's more than a handful of brothers out there from both sides, if you don't mind. Ball up. Bewley, searching hand pass, was nearly as good as a kick. Bounced off the chest of Bishop. Ward kept it in front of him. Andy Azapati went to the socket of the advantage of Matt Riccardi. Quick hands, got it to Ward. High up and under kick, went out in the direction of Ankrum. Needs a kind bounce, didn't get one and went boundary side. Cotter happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Wasn't that fantastic, Todd?
70 metres away from the Darley goal.
Ankrum pushed him towards the fence and Cotter walked back and they done the knuckle.
Nice.
Great sportsmanship.
Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Wright. Hickey under. That follow-up work was good there from Wright. Hurried kick. Spiteri had it knocked away from him by Suda. The beneficiary there was Billy Sullivan, who got it to Watkins. Oh, that's a free kick to Brent. Umpire let it go. Chance for Carter. Lahure somehow got back to his feet, did well. Brent through traffic, fired the hand pass out to Baker. Ryan Carter got an important touch on it. Bewley through traffic, had it knocked away from him. Lucky to get away with it in the end. Ward kept fighting. He too dropped it. Ryan Carter walked away with it and tumbled the ball onto the boot. Well, 1-on-1. It's Fawcett and Kite. Kite gathered, the elusive Kite onto the left boot, kick across the body, bouncing ball. He couldn't do it again, could he? Chance for Jack Bewley to rebound. And the kick was terrific and found brother Brett. Stayed on the right side of Bewley. Measured the kick a treat there, Jack. So Brett will go along the line in the Myers direction. Phillips did well. Call that even. The ball's ushered over the line for a boundary throw in. Near true centre wing broadcast side. Quite a large crowd here today, Fridge.
Yeah, no, good crowd, and they must have a sponsors' day because they're chocolate block upstairs here with grog.
Ball in. O'Brien to contest the ruck duel against Johnson. Chance of Baker. Went to go by hand and then measured his time with the footy and sent it into attack, and Joel Cadman came out and took a nice mark on the chest in front of Mawson. He could kick to a vacant goal square. Cotter getting back. How did he go? Goal umpire did not move. Cotter was paid the mark and ran away. They've got the overlap here. They've got to get on their bikes here, the Devils. Through traffic went Carter. Took a bit of time, but managed to get rid of it, but turned it over. They should have numbers behind the ball here, the Devils, as the party sends the ball into attack. Bewley, the target, nearly took a double hand. And on the second attempt, Cotter does the mobbing up, clean as always. Came broadcast side with a lateral kick and found Billy Sullivan, who went along the line. Ryan Carter, he's worked hard, the big fella. Wheels and goes onto that right hand. Found Walker, who got it to Davis, who went along the line towards Farrugia. Farrugia and Runji after the footy. Farrugia knocks it to his advantage, somehow kept it in and set up okay for him, and as the party's pressure was good. Forced the turnover to Lahure, who lowered the eyes, overcooked the kick. It was meant for Johnson. Billy Sullivan gathered, good pressure from the Devils. Carter, loose hand pass. Crawford needs to be clean. He wasn't, turned it over. Hand pass went straight to O'Brien, high up and under kick, and Ward will save the day on the defensive 50 for the Devils. Spending some petrol tickets both sides in these last 10 minutes. He nearly ran too far, Ward. Right foot kick, went to outer centre wing, another turnover. Gee, we've turned the ball over today, the Devils. Right-hand hand pass from Sullivan, got it to Mawson, back to Sullivan, who got it to Benito. Now, he's normally good by foot. It was a helicopter one at that. Turnover, let the commentator down. Lahure gathered, went by hand to Brett. Slow, searching hand pass. Ward needed to be clean. Speak of Brody, and he was. He went by hand to Adam as the party needs to be quick. They're under the pump here. The Devils gone. And ping, said the umpire. Gee, it's like bees to a honey pot. The blood's on that on the Devils and the footy at the moment, Fridge.
Yeah, look, and you know the Bloods are just, you know, their pressure is just phenomenal. You know, they're just up and at you, and look, they don't give anyone a chance. They haven't given anyone a chance in this game.
Geordie Kite with ball in hand. He's already kicked one. Darley kicked the only 2 goals of this second term. 14 and a half minutes gone. So Kite sends the kick on its way, and it's bending back as if he was kicking at his home ground. He snuck it in for a major. Melton get their 7th, and they've been dead eye in front of goal. 7-1-43. They lead Darley 2-1-13.
Just, you know, turnovers in your defensive 50, just a non-negotiable, Todd. And you know, when you come up beside like Melton, they don't give you an inch. So you can't afford to be making mistakes in your defensive 50 against this mob.
Back to a 30-point ball game. The restart, tap one by O'Brien. Davis went the soccer. Somehow Johnson got a second attempt at it and gathered. Adam Azzopardi through the middle, lowered the eyes, went out the Joel Cadman direction. Had it knocked away from him by Riley Walker. Bishop went by hand to Azzopardi. High up and under kick. Players set themselves right. One on the target. Shark by Spiteri. Nearly fell over. Went inboard to Azzopardi. Nearly got one high. Kick across the body. Is good enough. That's a quick response there from the Devils. They get their third of the afternoon. There's a pulse. They're 3-1-19. They trail Melton 7-1-43 in BFNL's Match of the Round football here, live from Darley Park.
Oh, just they come off the back of just working hard for each other, Todd. You know, like I say, you know, if you continuously just let the other opposition just do what they want, and you don't put any pressure on them, they'll just keep continuously going forward and kicking goals. But credit to Darley, they've had a crack in this first 15 minutes.
Davis had a swing and a miss a couple of times. Denham wanted the hold, denied by the umpire, shoveled it out to Adam Azzopardi. Been arguably Darley's best. It went by hand to Luther Baker. Got it over the top towards Jack Bewley. Tumbling kick in the right direction. Connor's got it at the back. Read it off the boot, a treat. Just gets himself in the right place at the right time. Kick let him down, but they're up to the task. Russell, who got it back to Connor, who sent the ball in the Ward direction. Did well to keep it in front of him. Had it stolen from him there by Brent. Ryan Carter kicked it to the advantage, about 25 metres towards the attacking 50. Look out! Here comes Borg. Runs into an open goal and puts it through. Wow. Blink and you'll miss it. Borg just swooped onto that footy like a magpie in breeding season, gathered the ball cleanly, and just belted that through for another. They're eighth. So for every Darley challenge, they've just got the answers, the Bloods. They're 8-1-49. Yeah. They lead Darley 3-1-19.
And not being critical, Todd, but that passage of play from Cotter's kick, okay, he ran on when he knew the ball was going to be short, accepted the handball, created the play when the young fella in Matricati just spectated him as he done it.
Ground level ball will result in a stoppage. Near 18 minutes gone in this second term here. Ball up, tap, well, grabbed out of the ruck by O'Brien. Fired the hand pass out, meant for Davis. Adam Azzopardi went to the voice of Bewley, fell into the lap of Bishop. Telegraphed the hand pass, good pressure from O'Brien. Forced the turnover. Russell went by hand to Walker. Got a kick away, and it went forward into attack, and it's been taken there by Kite. She lacks the fortune playing in front. Just the overall, just the persistency of the Bloods and their momentum to want to go forward has resulted in Kite just getting some separation on Fawcett and a shot on goal for number 5. And we're barely 20 minutes into a second quarter. So Braden Kite with 4, Kyle Borg and Geordie Kite with 2 each. You can add another one to that. Goal number 5 for Kite. Melton get their 9th here. 9-1-55. They lead Darley 3-1-19. So 3 goals each in this second term. So Darley did up the ante, but Melton have been up to the response, and they've matched the Devils with 3 straight of their own.
First 7 minutes of the quarter, Darley looked like they'd, sort of we're going to start getting back into the game, but the Bloods are just turned that right around in the next 5 or 6 minutes, where they've gone on and kicked consecutive goals, Todd, and don't know where they're going to stop the flow of.
Yeah, they're having a day out, the Bloods, and the Devils are just. Well, they were off in the first quarter. They've been better this term. Ball up, tapped down by Johnson. Denham again. It's had an almost gather. Another one of those. Now, Russell was dispossessed by Bewley. Ball shoveled out to Billy Sullivan. Suter spent it before he got it. Bewley kept running. Went to ground. So too did Watkins. Call it even. Bewley could have got a trip there for Suter taking the legs. Would have got one at the higher level, but not at this one. It'll be a boundary throw in. Right in front of us here. Half forward for the Devils. Broadcast side, Melton who lead by 6 goals. That was the margin at quarter time. So there's the throw in. Good work there by Johnson. Fell into his lap, sent the ball forward. And there's Cotter again. So he wasted no time and ran on and just told Billy Sullivan to do the shepherding. His kick meant for Carter, presented. Excellent ball there from Lahoure. Adam Azapati somehow...
Was out.
Well, kept it in, but he didn't. There was another boundary umpire that was up to the shifty nature of Adam Azapati, endeavouring to keep that ball in. So it'll be a throw in. Johnson and Ferrugia to contest the ruck. Johnson won that tap to Bewley. Hand pass just went to space. Turnover opportunity here. Manito couldn't gather. Denham could. Got the hand pass away to Spiteri. Threw the ball onto the boot. Cadman read it well, but now got a horrible bounce. Chance for Mawson. Tumbling kick. Johnson got a terrible bounce. Gee, luck's a fortune. Chance here for Bewley. They got a 2-on-1 here as the party was good. Speak of Adam. Got it to Johnson. Squaring kick. Right the target. Sets himself and it knocked away from him. Shark goal. Can he gather? Bishop he can, but he ran into a brick wall in Phillips. Somehow got it over to right. Kick with the outside of the right boot and he's put it through. Gee, that was well done by Bishop.
Yep. He
managed to compose himself despite running into a brick wall and get the hand pass out to Wright, who was clean and executed well with the outside of the right boot to kick his first and become Darley's fourth individual goal scorer.
Well, Bishop could easily just accepted the tackle, but he showed his strengths and was able to break the tackle and get that handball out to Wright, and he snapped truly.
If you can get the ball in quickly, every team's vulnerable, I think. Both sides have shown examples of that this afternoon. So Ward and Bewley hook up. To speak of Brett and Mitch, Menino overran the footy. Chance for Cotter. Fired the hand pass out. They go to the middle of the ground towards Ferrugia. Took a nice overhead mark. Now he played on. Awkward right foot kick to a 2-on-2 here. How will it sit? Need to be clean here. Rungy held without it.
Kick.
He'll take the resultant free kick. Now, can they get something working here? They go to Crawford in the middle of the ground. He presented and took a nice mark on the chest. Now, can they create the overlap? Going to go in the right direction. The big fella's going to have a couple to beat. Watkins at the back, second hand, and it knocked away from him by his own. Chance here for Bishop. Fired it out to Myers. Needs to be quick. Got it over towards Spiteri on his right side. Squaring kick. Right. Got it.
Pay the mark.
Clever player, Spiteri. Just tiptoeing around on those fragile hamstrings, Fridge. And Wright will go back and have a shot on goal. Chance to become the Devils' first multiple goal scorer of the afternoon.
Hamstrings look all right to me, Todd. He's getting around all right, Spiteri.
And the crowd getting parochial behind us, Fridge. I reckon they've run out of light.
All on the heavies.
Even the ladies are getting involved. There's plenty of bubbles behind us. Now, can Wright convert here? Kicks on its way. Was left and always left. And an opportunity gone begging there for the Devils.
Needed that one, Todd.
Yeah, well, Melton just haven't missed at all
No.
on set shots. It was just that kick of Geordie Kite across the body in that opening term that went right. And even that was almost a goal.
Yeah.
So out of the back line they go. Through Cotter. Bewley were one-on-one. Now, Walker was Bewley watching. Chance here. Well, then Brett was Hickey watching. So loose ball opportunity here. Hickey did well. Rungy didn't get enough of the footy. Leading with the head there. And the umpire was up to that. Was Billy Sullivan. And denied a free kick by the umpire. And there'll be a ball up 60 metres away from the Darley goal. So Darley 4 goals won this term. Melton 3 straight. At the restart, Myers and O'Brien. He's been a soldier in the ruck. No, well, you know, that's what he does, but he's been a soldier today. The kick from Baker. Denham caught one high.
Chop of the arms every day of the week.
Chop of the arm, all right. The former Blood hit the deck hard. And former Cobra. Hopefully he's okay. And he, as a party, runs around the side there and he'll get this. Now he needs to be good by foot. High up and under kick. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way.
Myers.
And it's going to go to Myers for a hold. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here. Very similar to the spot that Wright missed from moments ago. And a chance to kick Darley's 5th goal of the term and narrow the margin back to 23 points. Myers to kick his first of the afternoon. Goals at a premium for the Devils, given the context of the game. Kicks on its way. He doesn't let them down. And he does that famous bow and arrow salute that we saw on the last day in September last year. And Myers gets his first. Darley get their 5th. And they're creeping back into this game, Fridge.
Yeah, no, look, reward for effort, because, you know, they just haven't thrown the towel in. They could have just said, oh, well, we're six goals down in the first quarter. Well, you know, but like you said, Todd, now they are finding a way to kick a goal.
Back at the restart. It'll be O'Brien again, won the tap. Hickey nearly was held, but his second effort was, he threw that away. Umpire called play on now. There goes Bewley. Got it over to Baker. Set up okay for him. Tried to just chip it over the top there towards Spiteri. Foot race on in earnest here. Gathered by Minito. Went with the outside of the right boot. Clever kick and found Borg. Gee, that was an almost effort there from the Devils. It nearly came off. Minito through traffic. Got the overlap. They need to be good here. Now Watkins gathered. Fired the hand pass back to Minito. Standing start. Forward 50 entry. Myers got back with courage and thumped the ball to the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in an instant. They've gone from half back to a forward 50 entry. The Bloods with that run and carry.
It just shows how hard Billy Myers is working. He's down forward and then there's helping in defence, Todd.
Yep, and Minito, of course, his work rate been good. Boundary throw in. Tap one by, well, we'll give that to Carter. It was good as a kick in the end to the advantage of Borg. Elusive skills, terrific. Got around one and then conceded back to Minito. Standing start again. Kick two. Darley should raffle this, but they just didn't impact the contest. And there's a loose ball get. A couple of Darley players on the ground. Such was the confusion with that aerial. They've come off worse for wear. Melton 9-1-55. Darley 5-2-32. Brody Ward. Little Ginger getting to his feet. So it'll be Myers and O'Brien again. Grabbed out of the ruck there by O'Brien. Tried to fire the hand pass out. It's impossible getting any access to a loose ball. 27 and a half minutes gone. Second term. Darley trailed by 23 points. It'll be Myers. Tap one by O'Brien to the advantage of Davis, who wanted a hold, denied by the umpire. Then he gathered, and there was horseback ridden in the end there by Matthew Brett. The umpire will come in and affect the ball up.
Bit of Brokeback Mountain there, Todd.
Wouldn't go that far. Ball up.
He said he was horse-ridden.
And gathered out of the ruck there by Myers. Tumbling kick. Borg went the spoil. His recovery was good. Set the ball back into attack, and the mark's been taken there by Baker. He's had his fair share of the ball in this quarter, Baker. Sold the dummy and ran away. And then just kicked. It was a horrible kick. Just had too much on it. And kicked it out of bounds on the full, really, with a little or no pressure. Be disappointed with that. Riley Walker to bring the ball back into play towards the attacking 50. Strong overhead mark from Matthew Brett. That's when they need their experienced campaigners to stand up. Matthew Brett with ball in hand will go short and wide to Baker. So Baker with ball in hand, short, kicks okay to Joel Cadman. Jack Bewley presented, so he'll create the space behind. It's filled now by Adam Mazzapati. Now right the target, Mawson in front. Shark there by Denham, just threw it away. Chance of Bishop. Now Phillips hasn't got much space, went to Riley Walker. Second guessed himself and then gathered it and went towards Minito. He can switch play here if he likes. Now the kick is good. Had to be good too. Mark taken there by Liam Carter, who goes with the right boot. Out wide there towards Scoble, and he's up on his bike. Right foot kick towards
good kick.
Half forward. Terrific one at that.
And half time.
Siren sounds for half time here, just as the Bloods were away again. But it's half time in a very entertaining second term, whilst quarter one belonged entirely to the Bloods. There's been a response from the Devils on their own deck. They booted 5 goals, 1 in the term, to Melton's 3 goals straight to narrow the margin from 36 to 23. So Melton reward for accurate kicking on goal. 9-1 v 5-2. Fridge, you got the goal scorers.
Yeah, for the Devils, all singles. Ankrum, Myers, Jack Bewley, Adam Azzopardi and Brady Wright. For the Bloods, Baden Kite with 5, Kyle Borg with 2, and Jordan Kite with 2.
Very entertaining game of football. The Devils turned up at quarter time, Fridge, and they're trotting off, led off by their leaders in Bewley, Myers, and Brett. They'll still think they're well in this game.
Oh, no doubt, you know. Like, it's only 4 goals in it, Todd, you know. And 4 goals in this day and age, and with a quality side, is nothing. But, yeah, quality of the opposition as well. So, yeah, look, that was probably a 64 to quarter to Darley's way. And you know what? Just better kicking, better ball use is where Melton is at this point of time in the game.
Yeah, Darley seemingly going through the motions in that opening term, and were made to pay for their absence, really. And Melton rewarded for their outnumber and their efficiency with ball in hand. And they lead here in the BFNL match of the round by the Red Onion Vision. They lead Darley by 23 points. We'll get one score from around the grounds. It'll be about half time in those other games. Fridge, fire away.
East Point 37, lead Ballarat 18, Lake Wendoureen 13, Sunbury 77, North Ballarat 30, Redan 3, and I think they're waiting for the Martians to arrive at Melton South because it's still nothing.
And it's a 23-point lead here at half-time to the visiting Bloods. 9-1-55, Darley 5-2-32. A break and back with the third quarter action in around 15 minutes' time.
Back Smash and contributing to this joint fundraiser. We'd also like to thank the wider Darley community for getting on board participating in this great event. To announce the $10,000 with 3 buyers. Billy Myers. Guys, anyone that has any golf balls, please chuck them in these bins. Any golf balls need to come off the ground in the bins.
Nah, there's umpires room. They're on the other side, dude.
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the third quarter action here. 9-1-55 Melton lead Darley 5-2-32. Big cheerio going out to Matty Grigg and his family over there in California in the US of A, Fridge.
Yeah, no, we've got them all over the place, Todd. I've got Victoria and Alex, my daughter and her partner. They're down on the Mornington Peninsula, and they're tuning in as well. So, yeah, we've got a good following for Red Onion.
The Devils had a 200 golf ball drop on Darley Park. Billy Myers won the 10,000. So Frank hit him up for a lane. We're back at the restart. Tap one by right. Darley going to left of screen. First clearance to the Bloods in the direction of Billy Sullivan, who was strong overhead. Looked for the handball and gave it over towards Walker. Right foot kick into the pocket. Carter sets himself, knocked away by Ward. Conceded size, but got some purchase on the footy. Ground ball bailed up there by Brett, and there'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Melton goal.
Well, it'd be an understatement, but Jordan would be hoping that they could get the first couple, Todd.
Yeah, 23-point lead to the Bloods. Both sides coming off a loss last week, of course. Swing and a miss there from Walker. Dennett bailed up by Hickey. And there'll be a ball up 49 metres out from the Melton goal.
They're going to be relatively pleased with their response in the second quarter, the Devils.
Indeed, they were getting around with two flat tyres in that opening quarter. Obviously got a car jack and a couple of spare tyres at the quarter time break. They're back in. A chance here for Walker. Kick to the teeth of goal, knocked away there by Carter. Gramble opportunity to look out. There's going to be a kite here somewhere. Speaking of Geordie, kick across the body. All too easy for the Bloods. And Geordie Kite gets goal number 3, and Melton get their 10th.
Well, understatement, Todd. Well called, because as you said, as that ball was coming in, it's got to be a kite here, and guess what?
Yep. So Braden Kite has 5 goals. Geordie closing, he has 3.
And it wasn't as if there wasn't enough numbers there around the contest there either. You know, a bit more purpose.
Yeah. Devils need a little bit more intent as they had in that second term. Back at the restart, right, and O'Brien. O'Brien's been good, won that tap. Went searching for Hickey, loose ball gathered from right. Got it to Bewley, and he'll wheel onto that left boot. Shallow entry inside 50. Well read off the boot there by Minito. Took an uncontested intercept mark at the end. They've been very accountable across half back. Their intercept marking's been a treat. They're number 1 in the comp for it. And the right foot kick from Minito. Found Ryan Carter, who's pushed right up the ground. He'll go back to Riley Walker. So he'll come broadcast side in the direction of Liam Carter, who presented. Gather was terrific there from Lahure. Rode the tackle and got the hand pass over to Bewley, who set it up in the direction of Joel Cabot. He's got a couple to beat. Riley Walker went the thump. Baker waited down and ran away from Watkins. He's on his left. Shallow entry inside 50. Johnson the target, dribbling ball. Found its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. 35 metres around from the Darley goal.
That's the difference, Todd. When Melton go forward, their foot skills are fantastic, and that one just lobbed into their forward 50.
So they'll get a stoppage in their front half, though, the Devils. There's the throw-in. Johnson and O'Brien call it even. Loose ball opportunity for Adam Azapati. Went one way, then another, and then gave it to his brother Andy. High up and under kick. Joel Cadman sport an outnumber of Blood defenders. And they'll get out of trouble here through Jack Walker with a high up and under kick to the defensive 50. Who waited down. Borg did. Elusive. Tackled. Well done by Jack Bewley. Minito kept running. And he can just chip it over the top. They got the overlap going again through Ferrugia.
Good pick up.
The gather was terrific. Off the grass. Closing pressure was good from the Devils. He got the kick away. Loose ball opportunity here at ground level
Good
for the
up.
Bloods. Don't tell me Kite's going to kick another.
Yes, too easy.
Kite's got
behind,
6.
One behind.
Oh, he's missed, has he? Not the first Kite to think he'd kicked a goal this afternoon. That's their 2 behinds. Both Kites thought it was a goal. So a let off for the Devils. So Bewley brings the ball back into play with that beautiful left foot kick. Found Cadman, who found Adam Azapati. He was busy in that opening half. There's a Blood down. We'll keep an eye on that. He gave it over towards Joel Cadman. Right foot kick. Well, it was an errant one at that. Found touch over the line for a boundary throw, and it's Minito who's might have just copped some fire in that aerial. And there'll be a boundary throw-in. So Melton with the only goal of this third term. Tick over 4 minutes gone. Boundary throw in. O'Brien. Been a monster in the ruck today. Won that tap. Clever gather there from Rungy. Got it to Denham, who found Brett Bewley. Left foot kick, squaring one at that. Players set themselves. No mark taken. Shark there by the dangerous Spiteri. Tumbling kick on that right boot. Went out in the direction there of Riley Walker. He couldn't gather possession as the ball bounced over the line for a boundary throw-in. So a reset for the Devils in attack here. Boundary throw-in. Myers gathered it out of the ruck. He's swarmed by Bloods defenders. And the umpire says, I'll have it, there'll be a ball up. So the number 10 for the Devils is $10,000 richer after that golf ball drop.
He might want his match payments this week, will he?
Ball up over the bar. That'd be nice. Loose ball opportunity for Bewley. Met solidly. And carries the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. So, tick over 5 minutes gone in this third term. Players just getting back into the fray. Tap one by O'Brien again. Sullivan's gather was terrific. Got it to Jack Walker, who got onto his right boot, and the kick didn't let him down. He found Braden Kite a mile away from the goals, who went short. The kick was okay. And they'll just wax on, wax off, and they'll go back to Hickey. And you just chip it over the top to Riley Walker, who's been good today. His short kick was okay and found Lachlan Walker. So the family names combining. So he'll go lateral. Dangerous kick. Mawson was up to the task with the overhead and wasted no time. And
they're out here.
got it over towards Scobel, who fell over, opened the door, but he had enough space and got away from Andy as a party. He had Jack Walker all on his own, but he'd like to go forward to Ferrugia. Strong overhead. Good spoil from Duncan Cadman. The umpire's picked out a free kick.
Chop of the arms.
It's going to go the way of Ferrugia.
Soft.
So he'll go short. Bailey went 15. The pursuant is Baker on Geordie Kite. They've got some outnumber here, the Devils, but Ward's a loose hand pass was hopeful rather than anything else. Billy Sullivan's hand pass. Ferrugia through traffic, just tumbled onto the boot. Right, got a terrible bounce. Fawcett went to ground. Kite over the top.
Oh, he's going to pay.
Couldn't find the central umpire. They were behind him, actually. There'll be a ball up 25 metres away from the Melton goal.
He was acting as the boundary umpire.
5-goal ball game here. Scobel and Jack Walker off for a rest, and
Blood rule.
Bewley's forced to go for a spell. And just saying hello to Zach Russell on the way past. So Melton with the only goal of this third term. They led by 23 points at half-time. There's now 30. Billy Sullivan comes off. Max Scobel back on. And Denham back onto the ground. Gets reacquainted with two of his old buddies at Melton. Ball up. Wright won that tap. Only as far as Hickey was bailed up by Adam Azzopardi. Dropped it in the end. Somehow kept in. Davis went for something out of nothing. Got plenty of purchase on the kick, but was right and always right and through for a minor score. A rare blemish on the Bloods score front. The kick in from Brett was okay. Ward was up to the task and took an overhead mark. So he'll go along the line to Andy Azzopardi. Had to be strong, and he was, albeit uncontested. Sometimes when you've got to outstretch, you brace for contact, and he didn't on that occasion. High tumbling kick towards centre wing. Players set themselves, no mark taken. Adam Azzopardi, been good. Got it to Crawford. Chipped the kick, and the kick was okay, and found Rungy. So this is where the Devils have struggled. When they've had the ball on their own terms, they've struggled to hit a target. So they've gone to a 2-on-1 there.
Yeah, well,
so the decision-making, again, has let them down despite gaining some important territory to half forward for a boundary throw-in.
but if your forwards don't come forward, Todd, what are you supposed to do? You know, they're not presenting.
Boundary throw-in, half forward, right in front. We'll give that tap to O'Brien with the momentum. Chance for Sullivan, trying to get around Ward. Good pressure from Ward. Hurried kick. Lucky to go the 15. Davis is up on his bike into the middle of the ground here. Can they gain possession through Suda? Just threw the ball onto the boot. Lahure got a kind bounce. The pressure was good from Liam Carter at the back, and that'll be a square away ball up. 49 metres out from the Melton goal.
Done a good job there, Lahure, because if that ball gets through, they goal straight away, Todd. Three blokes just running forwards to goals, and he done a good job, Lahure, intercepting that.
Ball up. O'Brien just knocked right out of the contest. Loose ball opportunity here for Borg. Well, Matricati did well, kept his feet, fired the hand pass out to Adam Azapati. Did well to get away from O'Brien, but now you're in trouble. Somehow he got a hand pass away. Crawford needed to be strong. He got a quick handball out. The umpires picked out a free kick for a head collision, really. A bit stiff there, the Bloods. Oh, well, he's paid it to the Bloods. Yep. He just put the arm up in the wrong direction, the umpire. But now he'll get an opportunity to ball it up. He'll get that right. 31-point lead to the Bloods.
Become a bit confused, the umpire, then, Todd.
He got a bit confused last night, I tell you, in the Collingwood-Fremantle game, if you don't mind. Ball up. Tap one by O'Brien. Only as far as Matricati with strength. Got into Adam Azapati. Tumbling kick was hopeful. Nearly found Joel Cadman. Somehow Mawson got a hand on it. His follow-up work was okay. And find the hand pass out towards, might have been Walker. Good tackle at the back there from Jack Bewley. Umpire says help to him. Good pressure there from Jack Bewley.
Hasn't been their worst.
No. Ball up. Right. Won that tap. Only as far as Davis, who manufactured a left foot kick out of the congestion. Carter bumped by Bewley over the line for a boundary throw in.
I made mention last week when I watched Melton against East Point. The Carters just continuously working up the ground. They don't sit back in their forward 50 anymore. They were their goal kickers last season.
Boundary throw in, tap one by O'Brien. That was like a training drill. Got it to Hickey. Find the hand pass out towards Russell. He went forward to Ryan Carter. They can raffle this here. He can go it over to Kite if he wants, but he'll take it on and kick a goal. Well, that was all a bit too easy inside 50 there for the Bloods. Ryan Carter gets his first of the afternoon. The Bloods get their 11th.
I think Matty Brett thought he was impeded with or pushed in the back, and it was he just bent forward and fell in the Carter's arms, and he took off like a racehorse, or like a Clydesdale, I should say, and due cause kicked the goal.
Back to a 37-point lead of the Bloods after they led by 36 at quarter time, 23 at the half. Now we're at 37. Devils looking for a response. Johnson and O'Brien. O'Brien again won that tap. Going the soccer there was Hickey. Got it towards half forward. Duncan Cabin went the knock. Got it to Ward. Now Bewley needs to be quick, and he was. Hand pass to the advantage of Matricati. Paid the advantage. Oh, he's told to play on by the umpire. He actually stopped and put his hand up, but told to play on. Opened the door here for the Bloods, but Matricati was up to the task with a second effort to nullify a stoppage on half forward outer side for the Bloods. 11-3-69. Melton lead Darley 5-2-32. You ball up. O'Brien again. Dispossessed by Brett Bewley. Denham over the footy. Devils couldn't extricate. There'll be a ball up. So O'Brien again with the tap, dribbling ball inside 50, shallow entry. Geordie Kite tried the gather. A rarity and outnumber for the Devils. So Brody Ward, and the kick was a high up and under left footer. Got it to Crawford. He's off on his bike. Had Jack Bewley, a broadcast centre wing, but went the longer option and found Joel Cabin, who presented. Now we can go to Bewley, but he'll go the longer option to Ankrum. Presented on a lead and took it on the chest. Too far out to score. We most certainly is now. He's gone 30 yards back from where he took the mark. So Ankrum wastes no time, sends the ball into attack. Got plenty on the kick. Myers sets himself. Johnson, can he get a soccer on it? He can't. Tackled, bailed up on the goal line, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Just metres away from the Darley goal. The goal here is an understatement required here by the Devils to keep their slim hopes alive. Tap one by O'Brien again. Chance for Cabin. Went to the voice of Jack Bewley. Gathered. Got it to Brett Bewley. He too was tacky. It'll swing around onto that left boot though, and the smother was good from Scoble. The ball's gone over the line for a boundary throw-in. He just hasn't had his usual space and time today, Brett Bewley, has he?
It's like he's been working in the telephone box. That's the space they've given him, Todd.
Yeah. So a boundary throw-in. 50-odd metres away from the Darley goal. Johnson just pushed O'Brien under the footy. Chance for Crawford, ridden into the ground. Umpire called play on. Chance for Russell, who went by hand to Sullivan. His right foot kick went to broadcast centre wing. Matthew Brett did well to keep it in. Can he be clean and gather? He can, but the hand pass somehow got to Dedham inside the boundary line. Lowered the eyes and went to Bewley on the second grab, and he's got it. Told to play on by the umpire. Crawford goes to ground. Swarm of players on the footy. There'll be a ball up. 37-point lead of the Bloods. 15 minutes into this third term.
It looked like a mark to Bewley, but obviously someone got the purchase on it, and play on.
So somehow the Bloods have got a free kick here and 50 metres. So just hasn't been Darley's day. It's been all the Bloods. And Hickey runs to half forward and sends it to a one-on-one. In front, Duncan Cadman did well. Loose ball opportunity for Kite. Loves these. He's got another one.
Sixth for the day, Todd.
Braden Kite, 6 goals. 6 goals, 1.
He's just your complete forward at the moment. He's good on the lead. He's good, good at ground level.
He's probably had 11 possessions for 6 goals, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's been fantastic.
So the Bloods are out to a game-high 43-point lead, 12-3-75. Darley 5-2-32.
I think the horse is bolted now, Toddy.
14 goals of the match. Kick to the Bacchus Marsh end. Just 3 goals in the game to the golf club end, and they all came, no surprise, to the Bloods in that second term. Myers grabbed it out of the ruck, was dispossessed there by Farrugia. Umpire called play on. Now Davis knocked to the advantage of Sullivan on his left boot. Goes in the direction of the youngster there in Russell. Landing back to lend assistance there was Matty Brett to see it through for a rush behind. So Matty Brett normally good by foot. Weighs up the options and finds Mitch Ward. Did he get a hand on it? No, he didn't. Out of bounds on the full. Commentators curse Matty Brett missing the target, and they waste no time. And guess who? It's the power ball, number 7. Brady Kite with ball in hand, a chance to kick his number's sake, number 7.
Well, you can't do much about that when the delivery comes in, but at least have the decency to find somebody and go with the person, because there was just absolutely no one in cooey of Braden Kite.
So it'll be Braden Kite for number 7. Set sail. Gee, he's on fire today. There's 7 goals to Kite. The leader of the Tony Lockett medal race heading in, and he's consolidated his number 1 ranking in the competition as the Premier forward with 7 goals against the reigning Premier. And it's all Melton again in this third term. They've kicked 4 unanswered goals, 13-4-82. They lead Darley 5-2-32. So Darley just the one behind to the golf club end in both the first and third terms combined. And the Bloods having a field day.
So I did say before, Todd, I think the bye just cannot come quick enough for the Devils at this point in time. They just don't have any wheels.
Tap one by Johnson. Loose ball opportunity here for Lachlan Walker. Got it to Davis, who wheeled onto the left boot and went to half forward. Good use of the body there by Lahoure. Got a favourable bounce, but was knocked off the footy by Liam Carter. Got it over the top to Geordie Kite. He'll square the footy to Ryan Carter. Spoil on the footy there was good from Ward. Gathered there by Baker. Sweeping hand pass towards Matt Triccardi. Kick was hopeful rather than anything else. No real purpose. Watkins sends it back inside 50. Ground ball overrun by Borg. Baker wanted the hold. Denied by the umpire at ground level. He finds Ward by hand. Searching hand pass towards Cadman. Knocked off the footy by Walker. Chance for Lachlan Walker now to get it to Billy Sullivan. Lower the eyes, and Duncan Cadman with a double fist found the safety of the boundary line. The chance for the Devils back up to take a breather, as they are under the pump here at Darley Park.
Everything they're doing at this point in time, the Devils just does not seem to be working. And everything the Bloods do, they just push the ball forward, they get a hand in, they move it forward, they just keep that ball continuously moving, Todd.
Boundary throw in for Ruja and Johnson. Johnson did his own sharking in the end and tumbled it onto the boot, got it to broadcast centre wing. Rights gather was okay. Then he was dispossessed. Now Bishop fired the hand pass out to Joel Cabot, and the tackle was terrific from Riley Walker. Held to him, said the umpire.
And that's the story of the day.
Yeah.
Every time the Devils get the footy, pressure.
Yeah, and the Bloods tackles, they've really stuck today. They've been very good. Ball up. Tap one by Johnson. Loose ball opportunity here for Watkins. Just threw it away. Got it towards Suter, who found Jack Walker. Now they got the overlap again. Chance here for Sullivan, who just chipped it over the top. Meant for Russell. Duncan Cadman was up to the task and dribbled the ball out in the Brodie Ward direction. He went to ground. Brodie Sullivan kept his.
Kicking in danger.
But a kick in danger, said the umpire, so it'll be Brodie Ward. We'll have a look onto that left boot. Bishop presents and did well. Hung on to that awkward chest mark at knee level, or knee high level. Sun in the eyes. Would be normally over there in that scoreboard fridge. Wouldn't be able to see a thing, but we're up here behind the glass.
Well, a good scribe has said we should send the cameraman back to the old scoreboard.
Ground level ball. Halved away by the umpire. And there'll be a ball up on half forward outer side of the ground. Melton 82, Darley 32. 50-point lead. Ball up. Tap one by Ferrugia. Went boundary side. Chance for Sullivan. He couldn't gather. Spilled free over the line for a boundary throw-in. So the Bloods led by 36 at quarter time, 23 at the half, and they now lead by 50, if you don't mind. 13 goals for. That's efficient returns on the goal front. Boundary throw-in, tap one by Johnson. Loose ball opportunity for Manito, who knocked off the ball by Andy Azzopardi. He was tackled, taken to the ground. See, these are the days when you miss the likes of Mace Cousins and Shane Page and Bailey Young.
Well,
loose ball get to the Bloods, held up there by Andy Azzopardi.
and as you say, and who would be a perfect opponent for Braden Kite would be Mace Cousins.
Dribbling ball inside 50 for the Devils. Umpires picked out a free kick here for a push. It's going to go the way of Lee Spiteri. And he'll go back from about 50 metres out. This will stretch the hammies. He's got Johnson wide. You can go to Johnson still if he likes. But he's going to back himself in. Tick over 22 minutes gone in this third term. Melton with 4 unanswered goals. This will test out the Spiteri hamstring fridge.
Yeah, want to be a good kick from here, Todd.
49 metres out from goal. And he misses off to the left, got the distance.
Easy.
Through for a minor score. Darley's third behind of the afternoon. They're 5-3-33. Melton 13-4-82. They waste no time bringing the ball back into play. Kick meant for Ryan Carter. Didn't find him. Matt Riccardi with another typically Devil kick for the afternoon, just a wobbly one with the outside of the right boot. So another turnover opportunity for the Bloods if they can raffle it cleanly, but they've coughed it up the Denham. Through traffic went Manito, and he just ushered the ball into the middle of the ground. Fawcett and Kite with a one-on-one. Fawcett did well and ran away from Kite. And a rare win for the Devils against Braden Kite today. Kick went forward. Sharked there by Phillips. He had the kick smothered. Fired the hand pass out in the direction there of Sullivan, who went by hand to Cotter. And ran out of space. The ball's gone over the line for a boundary throw-in, 25 metres around from the Darley goal.
Bit of confidence there for Fawcett to win that contest there, Todd, and he'll learn some experience from Braden Kite playing on him.
Boundary throw-in. We'll give that tap to right. Through traffic went Denham, swing and a miss. Tackle pressure was good from the Devils forwards on that occasion, but not before Cotter could get the ball to Suter. He fired the hair pass out and the clearing kick got beyond half back. Been cut off there by Wright. That's Duncan Cadman, in fact. So Duncan Cadman with ball in hand will send the Devils back into attack. Ankrum couldn't quite hang on to the mark. Did all the body work. Protected the ball drop there and just spilt the mark. This hasn't been their day, Fridge.
Yeah, no, it's one of those bad ones that you do have along the journey for the season, and they won't want too many more of these ones, Todd.
O'Brien dispossessed, but ball fell in the hands of Lachlan Walker with a dribbling kick toward the boundary line. Found touch over the line for a boundary throw in adjacent to the Darley coach's box. And, yeah, they've got plenty to work out, the Devils, as they head into the back half or prepare for the back half of the season. Boundary throw in. Shallow one at that. Favoured Myers, who gathered and was tackled, taken to the ground. Denied opportunity. There'll be a ball up on half forward. Braden Kite coming on for a rest. Well earned one. Darley be happy with that. Myers, hand pass to Matricati. Took too long. Chance here for Russell to break the tackle, but he coughed it up. So that was good play there by the Devils. And Matricati's kick found Bewley. Speaking of Brett Bewley, Matricati presented, but he'll lower the eyes and he'll turn it over. They couldn't hang on to it though. Suter though went by hand to Mawson. Got it to Minito. Kick to space. Well done, Lahoure. Just outpointed his opponent on that occasion. In Liam Carter. So been good today, Lahoure. The fly, Andy Azzopardi, didn't get body or ball. Went over the head of all and sundry. Mitch Ward into the back of Mawson. Denied by the umpire, and there'll be a boundary throw in 48 metres away from the Darley goal.
Well, I can't help you with any scores, Todd, because I think they've all gone home because they haven't updated since half-time.
Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way. Might be a hold on Brett Bewley at stoppage. So it'll be Bewley from about 45 metres out.
What's the odds of kicking it, Todd?
I reckon he'd get 2 out of 3 from here. Distance won't be a problem, Fridge.
Well, this is one of the two.
So here he goes. Kicks on its way. Across the face of goal and through for a minor score.
Just tells you the day that they're having the Devils.
Yeah, that's right. Darley 5-4-34. Melton 13-4-82. Went back to a 48-point ball game as they just casually bring the ball back into play to Minito, who's been good today. Takes the game on. They just managed to find space. Switching play too all day, the Bloods. It's Cotter in the goal square. So he'll come back to broadcast side and have a running bounce before he goes by the right foot with a high up and under in the Mawson direction. Had it knocked away from him. Hurried kick by Jack Walker. Force it in front. Held without it. Umpire's going to pay that. I think Farrugia was just a little bit blinded there. Wasn't sure where the footy was. And overcommitted with the tackle on force. And he goes in the middle of the ground. Dangerous. Went over there to Ward and went to ground. Elusive ball. Turnover here. And he finds Farrugia. He wastes no time. Goes onto the right boot. It's Carter and Lahoure. Call it even. Ball kept running forward. Ward's pressure was good. Somehow ball got a hair pass away. Andy has a party now. Gathered and goes to outer centre wing with a right foot kick to Matricati. The stretch was good. He wasted no time. Went with the right boot towards Cadman. Didn't break stride. Ran to 52. Lowered the eyes. Went to Johnson. Terrific gather. Pressure was terrific there from the Bloods. And they'll square away another stoppage 50 metres out from the Darley goal.
That's the pressure they've been putting all day, Todd. And, you know, not even a clean ball can get inside 50.
Well, they had to find Johnson on the full with a mark, really. Make it easier for him. As O'Brien won that tap, Andy Azzopardi was a bit half-hearted going through contest there. Chance for Adam Azzopardi. Got it over towards Joel Cadman, who had a bit of a miscue with the left boot. Turnover opportunity. Right foot kick towards half-back. Now Rungy in front of Kite was good. And popped the kick over the top, but it was all right towards Jack Bewley. Couldn't gather. Mawson, he's going to be the beneficiary of the outnumber. He got it over to Scoble, who went along the line, but only as far as Billy Myers, who took a lunging chest mark on half-back. Goes short to Baker, who presents. They're just trying to find a way through here, the Devils, with a degree of efficiency. So he goes wide to Bewley. Baker Brett. A 48-point lead to Melton. Bewley, how about that for a kick? Found Denham. It was that good, it just popped out of his breadbasket there, but he hung onto it for long enough. And he goes onto that left boot with a high up and under. Players set
great
themselves
mark.
in front, no mark paid.
Good mark.
It was Johnson who wanted the overhead, denied by the umpire. And 50 metres against Johnson for a descent, and arguing with the umpire, having not been paid the mark. So not for the first time, the frustrations have come to the surface for the Devils, and they've been penalised. Short kick, found O'Brien in front of Duncan Cadman. So he'll go short, well, to Bewley, really. Brett Bewley, who wasted no time in the left boot. Now, Johnson's got a panic. If he can get a favourable bounce, but typical of the Devils' day, the ball just checks off to the left and rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in. See, that Bloods kick is hitting the target and they're away, aren't they? It's just...
It is efficient.
So a boundary throw-in here. 48-point lead of the Bloods. 30 minutes gone, third term. O'Brien been Herculean in the ruck today. Bewley with a second grab. Speaking of Jack, fired the hand pass out to Denham, who went forward, and as soon as they found a target with a degree of efficiency, the siren ended the dream, and there'll be a spell here. The final one of the afternoon. Darley 5-4-34, held to just 2 behinds for the term, and Melton added 4 goals, 3 of their own, to extend a 23-point lead to a 48-point advantage at three-quarter time. Fred, you got the goal scorers.
For the Devils, all singles. Todd Ankrum, Billy Myers, Jack Bewley, Adam Azzopardi and Brady Wright. And for the Bloods, 7 to Braden Kite, 3 to his brother, Jordan, 2 to Kyle Borg, and 1 to Ryan Carter.
Yeah, so of the 18 goals kicked this afternoon collectively, 3 goals have been kicked to the golf club end or left of screen for the afternoon. The other 15 to the back of smash or right of screen end. And it's Melton who are the deserved leaders on the board, and the separation has been validated. 13-4-82, they're well on top. They've been too good for Darley today, who were resolute in the second term. So again, they'll look for a response after a timeout of sorts, albeit the three-quarter time break. It's Melton 13-4-82 who lead Darley 5-4-34. A final break and back with the last quarter action in about 5 minutes' time.
League top 5, round 6. Coming in at number 1, it's Bailey Medwell here from Sebastopol.
Now, can the Borough make something of this? Gee, the kick had more of it than anybody thought. Nobody touched it. Bouncing ball, and it's gone through for a goal.
And it's time for number 2. Thomas Werner here from Sunbury. Some brilliant work in congestion over the head. And he kicks that one to get Sunbury back in front late in the game. Number 3, it's Ned Nash from North Ballarat.
Finally gathers. Got around Phillips. Outside of the right boot. Too easy. Nash has got 4 at Mars Stadium.
Coming in at number 4, Will comes into the pocket. He runs out of room here. He's got no room at all. Just walks the tightrope. He goes check side and finishes for a lovely goal. Adam Forbes here from Sebastopol.
Play on chance here for Forbes. Don't tell me! Goal of the day, I'm going to call it! Forbes! Something out of nothing is an understatement. A touch of the fumbles. And another turnover opportunity here. Kick towards broadcast centre wing. Andy has a party. Went by hand to Ward. Indecisive. Decided to come back, and the kick was good and found Adam has a party. He just puts it out in front of Bewley. Wasn't the best kick. Made it hard for him. Pretty poor kick there from Azapati.
Yeah, just lobbed it straight in the air. Wasn't kicked with any purpose.
No, it'd be nice to see a few more drop punts from the Devils today, like that boundary umpire's throwing. Loose ball opportunity here for Davis. Couldn't gather. Baker could. Missed Bewley. Found Denham though. Through traffic. Left foot kick. Goes in the right direction and he's
Good
got
hands.
it.
Great hands.
Nice grab there from Wright. He'll go back and have another shot on goal. He's kicked one today. Not from a set shot. He's set shot opportunity went off to the left. So just a response from the Devils in this final term, with the game all but over. The kick from Wright stays right, no pun intended. Through for a minor score. He's got 1 goal, 2 today. Darley 5-5-35, trail Melton 13-4-82. So it'll be Riley Walker to bring the ball back into play. Awkward looking kick, went through the hands of those couple of players there. Russell was one of them. And Myers, there'll be a ball up. So Myers and O'Brien. O'Brien again won that tap. Swarm of players at ground level. There'll be another stoppage. So it's O'Brien at the restart. Won the tap, only as far as Baker. He's lunged forward. Just got a little hand on it to the advantage of Denham, but he was bailed up by his opposing number 3. And Ryan Davis, and there'll be a ball up.
What would you think Jordan would say at three-quarter time, Todd?
Give me something.
Oh, well. The old cliche. Can we just win a quarter?
Yeah, win the last quarter. Get some momentum.
It's been a hard day at the office for these boys.
Yeah. Ball up. Tap one by O'Brien. Bewley in between a couple like he has been all afternoon. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of Jack Bewley, who fired the hand pass over to Brett Bewley, who went to a vacant forward pocket. Bouncing ball, gathered by Mawson. Got it to the advantage of Riley Walker, who's been good in the back line today, like most of the Bloods. Got plenty on the kick. Presenting there was Manito, but a turnover opportunity here for Brett Bewley, who found Baker. Baker's had a bit of it today. Kick was poor.
It's been the story of the day here.
So Scoble will go lateral to Cotter, right in front of us here.
Already had one touch in that third quarter, Cotter. Had a quiet one.
He went short and found Watkins. Well, all of the Bloods have had plenty of it. And Watkins found Scoble unattended as the party just jogging along. And Scoble found Borg on his own. So they're not in a real hurry. Gee, you and I could get a kick out there at the moment, Fridge, if we were in Melton jumper. There's the kick. Spoil was good from Duncan Cadman, but it was into a dangerous territory. Through for a rush behind. He got plenty of it, but just to go with the mountain of ordinary bounces and luck against today, it checked along the line and opened the door for another kite goal. Of course, the brothers today have combined for 10 goals. So the kick in from Bewley, and he went as far as Jack Walker.
Lucky not, yeah.
And
yes.
50 metres against Adam Azapati.
Yeah, he was in the zone. He remonstrated with the umpire because he called him back, and then 50.
So that's 3 or 4 50-metre penalties today against the Devils. And this will bring Jack Walker up within range and a chance to kick their 14th. And given the nature of those 13 goals, 5, that just tells me that there's been plenty of easy ones. Mm-hmm. They've just had shots on goal in the right areas. They've made the most of their set shots this afternoon, and Walker from directly in front should have no trouble. He makes no mistake. Goal umpire does not move, and the Bloods get their 14th, and they extend to a 54-point lead here at Darley Park.
It's just an undisciplined act, Todd, and you just cannot be doing that.
No. So the review of disappointment or negativity would go for about half an hour. Such has been the Devils just being off today. Also, the Bloods, well, they've had highlights reel of their own today. They've been by far the superior side. Tap one by Myers, who shrugged the tackle of O'Brien and tumbled the kick forward. Got plenty on the kick to a 1-on-1. Oh, right, nearly took the mark. Went off the hand of Mawson, who's at ground level. You guessed it, a couple of Bloods through Watkins, who got it a minute. The kick was okay. Found Sullivan, squared the kick to half back. That was a ripper. Found Jack Walker. You can just chip it over the top. They can raffle it here. And O'Brien said, I'll have this. Ryan, you can jog on. So it's O'Brien in the middle of the ground. So he just chips it over the top. It's like a training drill around these Devils players at the moment. That was good corralling there from Baker, though. So Minito had to check and send the ball forward. Kite's got it on the lead. Won't bother you too much that Kite's got a mark right over there near the boundary, some 45 metres out. You don't mind him getting them there.
Well, it is a hard pocket to kick him from there, Todd.
Yeah, indeed. He's kicked 7 goals, 1 today. Half of Melton's goals. The kick's on its way. It's going to go across the face. Players set themselves, and Myers thumps it through for a rush behind. Melton 6th behind of the afternoon. 55-point lead. So it'll be Bewley to bring the ball back into play. He goes with the left boot towards Jack Bewley. Found him. He played on, and he went by hand to Bishop. Tumbling kick to half forward.
Nobody.
Turnover. Nobody there. Phillips. He'll just chip it over the top here to Riley Walker. Been good. So's this fellow, Minito. Gee, they've probably had 12 really good players today, Fridge.
Yes, I don't think they've had one bad one at all, Todd.
Well, I'll put it in another way. They've probably had the best 10 on the ground.
Well, easily.
So they waste no time going forward again with a chip over the top in the Kite direction. Went over the back. They got numbers here, the Devils, but they ran out of space and the ball rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in.
I made a comment, and I thought going into the game today, both sides are not quite at their best at this point in time. But today, they've showcased themselves today, the Bloods.
Indeed. And they're in attack again. Near 8 minutes gone, final term. Tap one by O'Brien to Lachlan Walker, who's bailed up by Brett Bewley, and there'll be a ball up. Tap, well, we'll give that one to Myers. Kite, Davis, in fact, hustles the ball out in the direction of Sullivan. He's tackled, just threw it away, but there was another Bloods player there in Sullivan who sent the ball towards Carter, and he's taken a mark.
One-hander.
Yeah, they're taking one-handers, these Bloods. They just, everything's going right for them. Well, but they've earned their reward.
Yeah, everything goes right when an errant handball comes out and it goes to a Bloods player. They knock the ball forward, it falls in the hands of a Bloods player.
So Ryan Carter makes no mistake, kick across the body, and he gets his second of the afternoon. And the Bloods
What a day out.
encroach on the ton. They're 15-6, 96. They lead Darley 5-5, 35.
Remember a coach saying that your defenders play as attackers and your forwards play as defenders. And this is what has happened here today, because their defenders have become attackers and driven the ball umpteen times in their forward 50. And when they get it in their forward 50, their forwards defend so they can keep it in there, Todd.
Yeah, it'll be an easy article to write in the post-match. All about the Bloods. Ball up. Myers flew early. Second effort was okay. Tries to extricate by hand, but the Bloods' pressure not going anywhere. Davis and Baker square away a stoppage.
O'Brien, he's just a Trojan, isn't he?
Yep, indeed. Ball up. He won that tap. Grand ball opportunity here for Davis, who's kept trying. So has Baker. Baker's tried hard all day for the Devils.
Yeah, no. Purely Baker, they've tried hard. You know, they just haven't had the support.
Ball up. Somehow O'Brien won that. Baker, Gather was terrific. Fired the hand pass out towards Myers, who caught one, but managed to get it back to Baker, who sent the kick forward. Shallow entry. Denham got an ordinary bounce. Bewley went to ground. Somehow got the ball out to Denham. He's under the pump here. Minito's tackle was good. Hickey was a bit stiff. He fell over in the end, but not before he could get the hand pass over towards Suter. He went forward to Billy Sullivan. He had it knocked away from him by Ward. Borg tries to keep it in, and he did. And he got it to Russell. Blind turn kick was poor. Had more time than he thought there, the youngster. Cut off there by Billy Myers. So Myers goes towards Truce and R forward in the right direction. It went over his head. He got talent under the footy. Chance here for Sullivan. Does the bobbing up and went by hand to Riley Walker. Right foot kick to outer centre wing. Bouncing ball will favour Braden Kite. He's got Russell in the middle, but he elects to go long with a running torpedo. Bouncing ball.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tell me. Touch. And Ferrugia had so much ahead of steam.
Well, I think he's paid pushing the back to Ferrugia.
For running too fast.
Oh, well, he's paid for the push in the back. I think he'd gone over the line when they pushed him in the back, Todd.
So the free kick will go against Myers. and Ferrugia. Van Ickham couldn't miss from here.
Oh, anything could happen here. There's been helicopters. There's been everything here today.
Mate, there's golf balls. Someone had to remind Chum they were throwing the golf balls out and instead of him jumping out. Ferrugia makes no mistake, point blank range. And he brings up the ton for the Blood, 16-6-102. They lead Darley 5-5-35. It's a 67-point lead. And Ferrugia becomes the Blood's 6th goal kicker of the afternoon with his first. After that, seemingly run and carry into the fence. A free kick. How are you going with the update scores there? Fridge will we'll have a look at what's going on around the region. But I think most of these games had inevitable results written all over them momentarily. East Point 97 lead Ballarat 33. Lake Windermere 34. Summary 150.
Hallelujah.
Melton South 21. Sebastopol 78. North Ballarat 83, Redan 57. Some big results, all predictable really. Oh, bar this one, I thought the Devils would make a far better account of themselves today, but have fallen well short clearly. Some personnel down to match their feats of last year. So we're at the restart on the back of the Ferrugia goal. Neither Myers or O'Brien could impact that contest. Grabbed by Adam Azapati. Got it to Brett Bewley. Went forward in the Meyer right direction. Gee, did all the hard work. Just spilt the mark. Ground level opportunity here for Johnson, who's tackled. He's had no space or time. He's had a quiet day, Johnson.
Yes, no, he's had a couple of friends too, though, Todd.
Ball up. Darley in attack. Tap one by, well, we'll give it to O'Brien. Now Davis just picked the ball up off the ground and just fired the ball. That's going to be deliberate every day of the week.
Oh,
and
yes. Paid. He's paid it. He's paid it.
Well, 67-point ball game here in favour of the Bloods. And the ball will go towards right. He sets himself and he read it well. And he gathered and ran away and went another kick with the outside of the right boot, but got the wrong side of the ball and kicked it out of bounds on the full. And the tail of the tape for the Devils afternoon here, Fritz.
He's a bit of a shining light at the end of the tunnel, Todd, because he's had 4 or 5 opportunities here today. And he's got 1 goal 3 or 1 goal 2 and a couple out on the full. So he's had a chance at the scoreboard.
So Cotter runs away, penetrating right foot kick. Players set themselves. Myers at the backs. Tried hard today, Myers. Ferrugia went to ground. Second effort was okay. Here come the reinforcements through Liam Carter. Ushered the ball forward. Hickey. His pressure's been good. Hickey's had a lot of tackles today. He's elite for tackles. And he's lived up to that reputation again today. They've been very accountable without the ball to the Bloods today.
Yep.
They've earned the footy back as O'Brien ran away when everyone else stopped, but generally when the boundary umpire blows his whistle, that's time for you to stop and give the ball back.
He's had eye open there. He can't hear him.
Well, you'd reckon O'Brien will be used to being disciplined and obedient, given...
Isn't he in the military?
Yeah. Soldier profile. He should go and do 2400s for that. Chance here for Baker to extricate by hand to Ward on his non-preferred, awkward-looking kick. Manito attack on the footy was good, and he got the friendly bounce off the shin, and it went to Mawson, who got it to Suter. Fired the kick out to outer centre wing. Matricardi got a favourable bounce, and he went short to Adam Azzopardi. So he wheeled onto the right boot, sent the ball in the right direction. He's got 3 to beat, and Watkins stood his ground and took an overhead mark at the end. Wasted no time, went in the middle of the ground. Good spoil away from Bridie Cott there. Ward was terrific there. Had a couple to beat and nearly did so off his own bat. Well done there, Brodie Ward. They'll square it away for a stoppage here. And that was his moment of the day. Did well there.
Did well. He had 3 to beat.
And they were nearly actually away there, the Devils. But actually, they've never been away this afternoon at all. And there's O'Brien, who I'd have him in the best for the Bloods today too.
Mate, he's been working like he's just competed all day, Todd. Just competed and competed and competed.
Ball up, tap one by Myers. Ground level ball for Denham. Clever tried to knock it to the advantage of Myers, but Hickey was up to the task. He too was dispossessed. Suter wanted it more than anybody else. Fired the hand pass out towards Davis. How will it sit for him? Well, it didn't. Bishop led with the hit. Joel Cadman lent assistance, and look, they're still boring in the Bloods. Up and about today. So there'll be a ball up, 55 metres out from the Darley goal. Rare time spent in their front half in this second half of the game. Tap one by Myers. Davis's hand pass somehow found Walker. Well, Hickey threw it back to Walker. Denham fired it out to you. They'll sleep well tonight, both sides. Chance here for Crawford, didn't know where to go. Went with the right hand, then the left with an 0-1-2. And another stoppage.
How good was the efforts of Walker there, Todd? He had 3 or 4 efforts in that passage.
Yeah, he's been very good today. I like his game. Ball up. Tap one by O'Brien. Just when you think Myers is going to win the tap, we know with his body work and that. O'Brien just somehow gets the upper hand, no pun intended, and gets first touch.
You got arms like a cherry picker. They just extend out.
Ball in, gathered by Myers, who got it to Duncan Cadman, overcooked the kick meant for Crawford and was cut off by Riley Walker. So he's a new man in short sleeves, Riley Walker, who went short to Lachlan Walker. We went short to Watkins. So I feel the W's combining there.
Can I get it again, Walker?
So Walker went to Walker, who went to Watkins, who went back to Walker.
And then there's the walkie-talkie.
So Riley Walker, you wouldn't believe it, he's kicked it to O'Brien.
Yeah.
Holler for a marshal. What was that windscreen's O'Brien?
That's windscreen. There's nothing to do with the battery.
That's the opposition. Oh, no.
Todd, you've had that bad of a day too. You're confused.
Kick goes to half forward. Oh, Lahure caught one over the shoulder. He'll get the free kick. So he's probably been Darley's best defender, Lahure. He went short. Adam Azzopardi, been one of Darley's best. But they've all been trumped by just the weight of Blood's contributors. So he concedes a 45 to Matthew Brett, who's got the overlap here through Matricardi, who got it over the top to force it. That was a good kick, and get it over to Bishop. Bishop can take an uncontested mark with some rare space. Squares the kick. It was it might have been Ankrum, in fact. Yeah. And it was. He found Bishop, so I was one possession ahead.
Yeah, both played with the same socks down and same sort of figure and stature.
Same gait, you reckon?
Same gait, yeah, exactly.
So it'll be Bishop with ball in hand. So this will take his best. So he goes short to Andy Azzopardi, who presents on a lead. 20 minutes gone, final term. Melton 16-6-102, lead Darley 5-5-35. The chance for Andy Azzopardi to become Darley's 6th individual goal scorer of the afternoon. And a chance to kick their first goal of the second half, if you don't mind. Melton, on the other hand, have kicked 7 unanswered second half goals. Andy Azzopardi, high kick, off to the left, stayed left, through for a point. Darley 5-6-36, Melton 16-6-102. 11 goals. As Cotter brings the ball back into play to Riley Walker. He's had it on a string today. Right foot kick into the Ferrugia direction. Read it better and played on. They're queuing up here. Mawson could have given it over to Walker, but he elected to go to the longer option over towards Borg. Walker kept running. I speak of Jack, but Borg squares the kick to Kite, and it punched away from him. There's Adam Azzopardi again. Fired the hand pass out to Ward, who just turned and threw the ball onto the boot for another turnover. The intercept marks and turnovers have just been, well, there's been countless of them this afternoon.
Avalanche.
So Max Scoble goes inside 50. Spoil on the ball. Adam Azzopardi at the foot of it. Had it stolen by Ryan Carter.
And hit the post.
And he's hit the post. Through for a point. A rare miss for the Bloods. With momentum going forward. It's often finished in a major today. They trail, well, they lead by 67. Kick out of defence, found Runge, got it to Johnson. Kick meant for Ankrum, had it knocked away from him by Minito. He too's had a good day. In fact, all the Melton defenders have had a good day. Boundary throw in, true centre wing broadcast side here. Melton lead by 67. Tap one by Ferrugia. Davis had it knocked away from him by Denham. Bishop leading into the race for the ball. Cotter one of the high, holding the man, and he got it.
Got it. They haven't made a mistake, their defenders, all day. Not one mistake.
No, they've been very short and very, very trusting in knowing that there's going to be a fellow teammate.
He's the general.
To the left or the right, or even a concede, or somebody presenting full to the ball. They've really had a 360 option for the most part.
Yep. And this bloke is the general of the defence.
And just doing up his ice skates there. Have a look at those shoes.
Yeah. Hadn't had much polish on them.
Torval and Cotter as he goes back to Riley Walker, who switches plate to the outer side of the ground and found Phillips, who's got a paddock. So deliberate approach, right foot kick, taken nice mark over the top of Luther Baker. On that occasion was Suda. Took a nice grab. He wastes no time. We go back to Phillips. So they're in no rush.
Cotter. No.
So he'll go to Sullivan. Brody Sullivan. So that the Billy and Brody reunited at the Bloods after time at the Panthers and a split when Billy came to Darley and Brody went to the Bloods. Chance for Minito, who kept running. Right foot kick inside 50. Spoil was good there from Lahure. Ball sped out to Ferrugia. High up and under kick. Knocked away by Duncan Cadman to the safety of the boundary line. He found it. There'll be a boundary throw in 45 metres around from the Melton goal. 67-point lead of the Bloods. Darley kicked all of their 5 goals in the second quarter. Boundary throw in. Myers and Ferrugia. Myers won that tap. Loose ball opportunity here for Denham, who's kept trying. Ball shoveled out to Minito again. He's had plenty of it today. Right foot kick towards the boundary line. One bounce over the line for a throw in. Yeah, you'll probably see 7 or 8 Melton players with 20 plus possessions today. Been very good, and very good without the footy. Pressuring Darley into turnover. Tap one by Myers. Baker bailed up by Watkins. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Just looks like as if there's 16 footies out there and there's 16 players with a footy there with Todd, with the Melton Bloods.
Ball up, tap one by Myers, chance of Bewley, searching hand pass, went to the voice of Ward, but only found Borg in the end. So his left foot kick across the body, went to a 3-on-1. Darley got numbers, but somehow affecting the spoil there was Hickey. Kept the Bloods in it. Now Cadman through traffic, managed to negotiate by hand. Oh, Jack Bewley caught one high. Tack on the footy was good. It was clean below the knees. And an errant tackle from Lachlan Walker. So Jack Bewley will go with the right boot to a one-on-one there. Johnson couldn't take the mark. Suter was strong, conceded by hand to Riley Walker. He'll be one of those guys with 20 plus, I guarantee. He went wide and found Hickey just inside the boundary line. So he took on Lahoure, got around him and went with a right foot kick to a one-on-one of the goal square. Matthew Brett did well, but he's at ground level. He's under the pump here. Oh, he just shoveled it through for a rush behind there in the end. Not sure really what that rule is. I tell you what, if there was a goal in it, you'd be up and about screaming for a deliberate point.
Deliberate point.
But when it's 68 points the difference, who really cares? As the ball gets towards Bishop on broadcast centre wing. Here's a moment with a mark. And he plays on and gives it over to Joel Cabot, who ran through the middle of the ground, and the kick was good. Found Jack Bewley, who's tried hard today. He goes short, missed the target, and Bishop trapped the ball well, though, did Bishop. Could have gone back inboard to Duncan Cadman, but went forward in the direction of Crawford. Been cut off there by Cotter. It looks like he's ready for bed. Right foot kick. Out in the Carter direction. They got an outnumber here, the Devils, through Ankrum. Loose hair pass made it difficult for Jack Bewley, who did very well. He fired the hair pass out towards Bishop. He was taken to the ground by Hickey. And there'll be a ball up attacking side of centre wing out of side of the ground for the Devils.
Just hasn't been that clean possession, that clean handball, that accurate, skillful kick in the inside 50, and it's just let them down terribly today, the Devils.
The tap of Myers went into the bread basket of Bewley, who had Lachlan Walker right behind him. It's really been a team effort trying to negate Brett Bewley. He's probably had his fair share of disposals, but not the impactful, 4 goals and, 4 goal assists and all that sort of inhuman, all that ridiculous immortal stuff that he normally gets.
Well, every time he gets the foot, he's got two to beat, and a couple of times he's charged through the middle and got caught by 2 players, Todd. So, they've done their homework on him.
Myers with a high up and under kick towards the attacking 50. Suter ended up with the footy, and he matched it with a high up and under left foot kick to outer centre wing. Bewley was courageous. Speak of Jack over the footy, had it knocked away from him, and they're away here. The Bloods. Kick goes forward. Getting back there is Myers, who would end in Darley's best. Jack Bewley with a nice overhead mark. Juggling attempt. Played on, went by hand to brother Brett, whose kick was terrific and found as a party. Played on, gave it a Ward from 55. Goes with the long kick and knocked through there by Cotter. So it's just another 50-50 option, wasn't it? Another one-on-one where aerially you can just thump it through for a point. As they kick it backwards and forwards here, racking up the possessions there. So Cotter got 3 and 8 seconds there. Now Mawson goes to the outer side. Went over the head of Minuto. He's kept running. Gathered by Borg. Tackle pressure was okay there from Jack Bewley, but Borg was up to the task. He shrugged the tackle. Went by foot over there towards Watkins.
That's it.
The siren sounds to put the Devils out of their misery here at Darley Park with back-to-back losses. In fact, they've got 3 losses against other top 4 candidates. I speak of North Ballarat and more recently Sunbury, and today Melton get the upper hand. They led from the outset. They led all day. Darley held goalless after half-time. And goalless in 3 quarters, in fact. Fridge Melton kept to 3 goals in that final term, but that was enough. That was just dominated by their half-back line they just gave Darley. No hope. 16-8-104 Melton have been comprehensive winners over Darley, 5-7-37. Fridge, you got the goal scorers.
For the Bloods, Braden Cott with 7, brother Jordan with 3, 2 to Ryan Carter, 2 to Kyle Borg, and singles to Jack Walker and Conrad Faruja. And for the Devils, all singles, Ankrum, Ayers, Jack Bewley, Adam Azzopardi and Brady Wright.
Well, a 36-point quarter-time lead was reduced to 23 at the half. And then Melton kicked 4 unanswered in the third term to extend to 48, and another 3 unanswered in the final term to extend to a 67-point advantage at the end of the day's play. All honours with Melton. You could just go through and put a tick next to near all of their players today. Such was the evenness and the team-natured performance of the Bloods. And the Devils just with a handful of contributors, more their top end that never stopped trying. Speak of Luther Baker, Brett Bewley didn't have much room all day, but still accumulated. Adam Azzopardi, Zane Lahoudre, Billy Myers, they were probably the best 5 in a real trying day. But for the Bloods, Fridge, I mean, where do you start? You could just go through and mention them in family name, really, and you'd cover 9 or 10 of them. The Kites and the Walkers and the Walkers and the Wonkers and the...
You just start off with the back 6 to start off with, and then work your way through.
Yeah, and then the middle 6 and
then the
front 6.
And then the front 6, because that was a complete performance by a side that's of some good quality and very skillful by hand and foot. And look, like I said, watching them last week with against East Point was just like watching a VFL side, and they've gone on this week, and although they were beaten last week, they've gone on with the job this week, and have come out and been enormous victors by the tune of
67 points. And Darley's 11 winning streak at home has come to an emphatic end. In fact, they've been on the end of a 67-point drubbing, and the Bloods have led from go to woe, led by captain Braden Kite, with a game-high 7 goals to get it done. They had plenty of contributors. It'd be rude to actually name them all because it'd be you'd be in fear of leaving 1 or 2 out. It really was a genuine team effort, to use the old cliche.
Yeah, well, team effort, and all connected with each other today, and played the brand of footy that they stand for, Todd.
Yeah, very impressed with their back half too. Well, they got reward on the scoreboard in their front half. I mean, their ability to be able to score from their entries was a little bit too easy on occasions. But I mean, Riley Walker was very good in the back half. So too Jordan Cotter and Manito. He was the other who just accumulated. They had midfield numbers, those 3. And they played in the back half. So all honours with Melton. They bounced back after a narrow loss last week to East Point. It's probably done them good in the end. They'll probably, them or Sunbury will look to be the minor premiers this far out, given Melton have got the likes of the Lakers and Melton South to go around again. Yeah. So they got a favourable draw, but I'm not sure too many of the top sides would really want to bump into Melton, nonetheless, on the way to earning their respective spot in the finals, albeit a dream double chance. So all honours with Melton here this afternoon. Perfect conditions for football. No excuses for the Devils. They've just done it comfortably. Darley held goalless in 3 of the 4 quarters, and that's a rarity. Even in Darley's lowest years, even when they didn't win a game in that year of 2021, I'm not sure they had 3 scoreless terms. But honours with the Bloods, who went 6-3, 4-3 on the goal front, and the Devils went 0-5-0-0. There's a story in itself right there. The Bloods are back and they're flying. 16-8-104. They've been too good for Darley. It's back to the grind, or back to the drawing board for Darley. Time to get fit. Time to get running on top of the ground and get a bit of just some general skill practice under pressure.
Yeah, look, and you're right there, but the Melton side just superior fit. Where the Devils just looked a little bit tired and exhausted, and look, they put up a fight in that second quarter where they kicked their only 5 goals for the game, and there was a glimmer of hope, but it was just a bridge too far for them, Todd, today.
Yeah, 4 of Darley's best 5 players were arguably midfielders, and that's often the case. But the Bloods' backs and the Bloods' front half were way too good, and you really only got to break even with the Devils' midfield, given the depth that they have through there. So it's a pretty convincing win.
Yeah, well, you look at Darley, and I think Dan stated in the press this week that they're starting to get light on numbers with the injuries that they've got. So that sort of had a bit to do with today. I thought, no Harley Inglis forward, and they've got players that are playing in the VFL. So you can only go as good as what you put out there, Todd. And today wasn't one of those days that anything went right really for them.
All honours with Melton in round 7 BFNL match of the round action via the Red Onion Vision. We trust that you enjoyed the pictures via the Red Onion group, and check out the review for more information on other games completed throughout the BFNL this afternoon. But honours with Melton and Braden Kite with a game-high star 7-goal performance. It's the Bloods who have down the Devils, ending their 11-game winning streak at home by 67 points. So on behalf of the crew here from Darley Park, we bid you all a good afternoon, and we'll catch you all again next week.